Going.
So,
110.
hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more WARNO League action as we
Yo,
go
yo, yo.
to Division 1, and I'm joined by another voice today.
Yeah, another voice. Indeed. I am woeisme. I play the game sometimes.
And sometimes you stream it as well on Twitch.
I sometimes stream it.
And
Sometimes front page.
yeah. And if you want to check that out, check out the chat in the link right now. And yeah, woeisme also playing in Division 1 yourself. So that's going to be exciting after
Yep.
an exciting rodeo in Division 2 earlier. So what do you think about what we got in front of here with Chai-chan versus Tiberius on Black Forest here?
2 mech divisions on Black Forest is always going to be interesting. I would say from my recent experience that it's real nice to have that forward deployability. There's just some very important buildings that you got to take on the map. The little building cluster next to the forest on Foxtrot. And that building cluster, yep, exactly, that one. And just getting into those positions early and being able to get your fire support in from a position of having good recon and having those deadly Panzerfaust 3s is just very nice. But obviously, Tiberius being a very, very good player, I have no doubt he's going to be pushing very well. Let's see if he's definitely starting with those helicopters, taking advantage of the fact that Second Panzergrenadier doesn't really have any, cheap, efficient ways of pushing helicopters off at the start without buying a bunch of F-16s. So it should be an interesting game. I definitely see a coordinated game plan from both players.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to counter each other's things here from the get-go. Both players' history in tournaments on the SDL already a bit longer, though Tiberius more known for the WARNO history, being in a lot of events in 2v2 and 1v1s, with a lot of different teammates and opponents there as well, here since basically the beginning. On the other side, Chai-chan, it's Chai-chan's first WARNO tournament, but Division 1 in SD2 already on his repertoire, and also a really high ranked ladder, so I'm excited to see what Chai-chan can bring here in WARNO. For sure, a strong RTS player, but WARNO always a bit different than the others as well, even compared to Steel Division 2. So let's see how he will stand up against one of the best tournament players we have in the community with Tiberius here. In my book, the slight favorite, but Chai-chan currently really strong on the ladder as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely put Tiberius as a favorite, just because we know he's very good. But and obviously the experience deficit that Chai-chan probably has in WARNO tournaments probably not doing any favors for him. But I think we're going to have a very interesting game. A lot of players would tell you that Chai-chan has the good side here, I believe. Although it seems to be changing quite a bit. It seems that on Tiberius' side, you can take Charlie early more efficiently, just because some of the places you can get your recon infantry into your buildings is faster than what Chai-chan would be able to do, for example. It's very interesting, and I want to build one of those how fast is it to get into each building kind of map, but we'll see if I have the time to do that sometime.
Yeah, and we have a decent setup here. It's interesting to see that Tiberius forgoes all the BTRs and just goes with the Gus 66 here. No 50 cal fire support, which I guess against the amount of Luxus and Transport Panzer Fuchses that the other side could bring around, could be a bit risky. But it's still interesting because the BTR usually is the standard go for, but it's a lot of Leo 1s, a lot of Fallschirmjägers versus a lot of Motostralkis with Metis and a couple of helicopters. So should be a really wild early game here coming our way.
Yeah, so you see 39th opening with the Su-27S and the MiG-23 Mauled. Very important here because he's defending his helicopters from a potential F-16A play. A lot more in the past, but a lot recently as well. You had these before they were nerfed at least. The F-16A was basically your cure-all for the helicopter plague. You'd fly them over, you'd look for these helicopters, and you shoot them down. But Having these two ASFs up top really helps protect them, and it keeps these dirty little falchion makers out of the spots you really need to get into later.
Yeah, there we go. F16 around. And the mix 90 opener here with the double fighter by Tiberius.
Tornado.
Really strong.
Uh-oh. This should be interesting.
Ooh, Tornado coming in as well. Double fighter versus double fighter. One weak
I
fighter on
definitely
each
favor
side.
39th here.
Ooh.
Oh, no luck here. No luck, no luck.
F16
Wow.
not lucky either. And the tornado goes down. Can the
and
F16
the
follow
tornado
it up?
goes down.
It has already fired all its missiles. Can it gun run this stuff out of the game? Su-27 going down? No. Just barely making it out. F16 not getting all the damage on target. Meanwhile,
Notably,
the Hind is getting on top of the looks.
Taking quite a bit of damage from those looks.
With the 20mm, good smoke play there by Chai-chan. Hunting the Mi-24 back. The F-16 has to go back. It doesn't even have the ammo in the Vulcan anymore to shoot down the Hind. So really a victory in the air for Tiberius, but the looks at least pushing back the Hind and letting the Jägeraufklärer get through.
Notably, you'll notice that the Metis actually is outranged by the looks at this point. So if he's able to effect a pretty efficient fight here, that Jägeraufklärer might actually be able to do stuff. Especially with the Leopard 1A1A1 coming up.
Gepard here as a really strong anti-helicopter AA as well. MiG-23 pushing off the F-16 off the field. In the other part of the map, we have a decent position as
Pretty
well.
Standard.
Conkers and Motostrelki Medis setting up an AA field. The Mi-24 there also getting damaged by the looks, but it got the kill onto the looks there. But the Mi-24 has to get repaired too. Meanwhile, we see more Conkers coming in. The first T-80B. Tiberius, a fan of the B over the BV. Where are you on that?
That's a pretty popular pick at this point. I mean, the one extra health and the one, the one extra health and the everything else. It's just not efficient. 250 points is a very solid price proposition, and I don't know. I don't feel like it's worth it at the moment. Obviously, you bring them just because you can only bring one card of T-80Bs, but I feel like the T-80Bs are a much better value proposition.
Yeah, we see a Hind getting killed off by the Gepard. We see Ultramakers and Pioneers in a big infantry fight against a lot of Motostrelkis, BMP-1P and the BMP-2 there, trying to defend.
One thing you'll notice,
well.
Fallschirmjägers, not very good at fighting. I've actually elected to remove them from most of my 2nd Panzergren decks, which is perhaps a controversial thing for most people, but they just don't, they're not very efficient fighters at all. They've only got the 1 MG, and as you can see right here, they're not having a good time against even the base Motostrelki.
Yeah, the BMP-1 and the BMP-2 helping out there a decent bit as well. Though on the other side, at least the Leo chucking in a bit as well. Iltis leader coming in now to collect the rear points. In the north, the Jägeraufklärer had disengaged away. So Triton not pushing the siege further. Has 2 Fallschirmjägers, the Jägeraufklärer, a Leo, and a Lux there. And I think that should be able to win over in that fight for now. But
with the Conkers coming up, that makes it quite a bit more difficult. We shall see.
Conkers and...
Oh, no. Importantly, that Conkers in the south got blown up.
Yeah, strong early artillery here from Chai-chan. MOR-10 already on the battlefield. Shoots one salvo from the far rear. Now getting closer to get more accuracy. Really strong play as well.
You'll notice, though, is that Chai-chan isn't taking advantage of that hole in the line. Keeping that Leopard 1A1A1 in reserve and not pushing the Fallschirmjägers up at all. So he's kind of just sitting with the perfect open advantage here to take some important side positions and to cut off reinforcement lanes. But he's not taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's for sure a big missed opportunity there. Jägeraufklärer in the north of Chai-chan has a decent line of sight, but could maybe be used as a sneak to try to get onto the enemy reinforcement route as well. But for now, Chai-chan really just not using the units there at all, which is a lot of points set up into nothingness. Panzermörser and Pioneers with Transportpanzer Fuchs coming up. They, I guess, together with Smoke, want to change that. And the MOR-10 there on the hunt for the Conquerors, but the Conquerors didn't go into the obvious spot. So the MOR-10 not hitting the target there right now.
An important lesson for a lot of people is that you don't always want to take the most obvious targets, because then you just lose them.
Yeah, especially with how strong artillery now is, with MR10s blowing up your conquerors with one hit, you don't always want to be the easy target.
I don't know if I like this redeployment of the helicopter by Tiberius. Obviously, I trust him to micro it well, but there's definitely like a Bard on the field, which makes this kind of action a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Although this hill point is notorious for being very, very good for helicopters, as they can dip and duck around the hills and the tree lines away from your AA. So well, I have a
Double
feeling we're about to
F-16
see what's
already
happening
coming
to
in there, blowing it up quite quickly. Su-27, I don't
Uh,
believe is back from repairs just yet. So
Notably, no AA up there for Tiberius at the moment.
yeah.
Although against Second Panzergren, don't really need it.
I'll turn on the audio here real quick, guys. And here we go. Now you also should hear the in-game sound again. Sorry for that. Had to turn it off for my earlier video today and forgot to turn it back on. But now we are back into the full action. Fallschirmjägers coming in there as well. You will hear explosions in the background and the MR10 moving in here with another attempt.
Oh, Panzerfaust 3 is gonna. Oh,
Oh, that T80M. Ooh, that is not a good thing here for Tiberius. Losing the T80B there like that. That's the first one down. Second one already on the battlefield. It's interesting to see the M1 Leo 1A1A1 coming around. Do you like that one more, or do you like the Leo 1A5s more when you play Division?
it's the 1A1A1 is so much more efficient than the 1A5. It's really difficult to justify using the 1A5 at the moment, just because that 120 point price point. You compare it to like a for 15 more points, I believe the T72M, is it T15? Maybe 35 more points. It struggles really hard. It's got a very reasonable gun maybe, but it's just very lackluster. Well, whereas compared to the 1A1A1, it gets 80% of the capabilities of a Leopard 1A5 for 60, 2/3 of the cost. So it's very efficient, and I it's my personal favorite.
Yeah, meanwhile, Fallschirmjäger Führer with Pioneers and a lot of smoke now on the push. Chaichan took the safe route there with that push and waited for the reinforcements now coming up here. The question is, did Tiberius get enough into place till now to stop it? But I think with the Pioneers and the Fallschirmjägers, this should be
It'll be
doable for
close.
Chaichan.
I'm looking at who can. Right, let's see if Tiberius can do anything with those helicopters. Obviously, Chai Chan moving up the Gepard, making it quite a bit more difficult, and that Leopard 1A1 being a hunted tank with the Conquerors over top and the BMP2 moving to the side now.
Yeah, but
Should
the
be
infantry
interesting.
is for sure in favor of Chaichan there.
For
The
sure.
BMP2 obviously could help out, but Leo also getting the shot onto the BMP2, gets a hit. BMP2 has to smoke off,
Smokes
has to
off.
run away. Could maybe get a kill onto the Fallschirmjäger leader if it's getting a bit of time on target. That would be big. Ooh, bomber. No, that's just the smoke there coming in. Okay, I thought it was a bomb drop for a second. No, the LGB coming around from the other side, getting the Fallschirmjägers instead. And the Gepard obviously can't just quite kill that. The F-16 could potentially, and they do, but they will pay a price for that. One going down, second one being hunted by the Su-27s and MiG-23s as well.
Three
And
ASFs up.
yeah, that's a double kill onto the F-16.
This is
So, is that worth it, getting the LGB killed? I'm not quite sure, as the helicopters are still on the battlefield, and I think they're still a
precisely.
pretty big threat here.
Tiberius making a very big push both in the middle and the bottom right now.
Yeah, we see big infantry moving forward there, but Chaichan's reinforcements in the center might come just in time to catch these Motostrelkis in a bad position, and if those all go down, then he only has a couple of IVs back there, so the infantry of Chaichan might have some room there as well. And the southern push, it's a T80BK, but is the support there really that big? Well, it's not much opposition from Chaichan right now either, but it's still a relatively small force.
I mean,
like the
Tiberius
double
is going to be
BRM.
worried about some Milans or some forest leopards. The best hunters in the game in those forests. Glass cannons are really favored in those sometimes. But yeah, it just looks like he's just not going to have very much at all. I'm looking for a Bopal to come out, one of the attack helicopters to really stabilize his line as soon as Chai Chen realizes, but we haven't really seen it out yet.
Yeah. M110's still hunting down the mortars of Tiberius, which is not super cost efficient. Like, killing a mortar is not a big kill, but it over time will deteriorate Tiberius's combined arms choices by taking away the ability to smoke. So, still an important thing to do here for right now for Chai-chan. And the M110 for sure did pay off by now already. Like,
yes,
a lot of strong
sure.
shots there. But the southern push here from Tiberius is strong, repaying him for the loss of the north. And he for sure looks in a pretty strong position now to smash the middle from the south as well, as there's really little here to protect the Laos. And the infantry of Chai-chan, if the tanks go down, cannot really defend itself. Ooh. Tornado coming in with a side shot there, only getting the BRM1, not focusing the T80.
Oh, it could come back around.
And it evacuates now
he
as the SU-27.
You know, that's smart, because the he's going to need those later.
Yeah.
Importantly, up top, Tiberius still has plenty of infantry holding the line up north. And he's got
SU-27 also really deep here, directly above the Ihawk. The Ihawk still misses. Lucky times for Tiberius there. Can the Ihawk find the last hit? Yes, it can.
Not out yet.
Okay, SU-27 is down, and that's an important kill. That's the second SU-27. The other one got used a couple of minutes ago, so the tornado can come in again. Both SU-27s currently out of action, one down, one in reload, but a MiG-23 still good enough to push the tornado back once more. And without the tornado, the push in the south here by the Laos won't be easy. 1A1 already down, the T-80 BK nearly down as well, but is able to evacuate there. And the Leo 2A3 can't chase it down just yet because the BMPs hold it off for now. MiG getting the kill there as well. Ihawk is reloaded already though, so that MiG is living a risky life. Gephardt plus Ihawk should get a kill if the Ihawk gets a hit on target, but the Ihawk does miss another time and the last shot won't get out. So how do you like the position of Tiberius here in this game right now?
I think he's living a charmed life right now. He's got this huge advantage in the north in points, and he's just got an advantage across the board in every spot. And you're going to see Chai Chan's going to have to split his much less efficient offensive forces between all three different fronts in order to try to get back in. Because notably, Tiberius has, if he manages to get a CV up north, he's actually going to have a tick, and that's really not a good spot you want to be in for second Panzergren, because you're really not going to trade well into those BMPs and the T-80Bs.
Yeah, Chai-chan a bit unfortunate there. Double tornado, AT, both missing against the T-80B there. If that would have been a kill, that would have helped out a lot in the southern engagements here. Every T-80B killed means that your Leos will have an easier time the next time around. MiG-23 here, getting in deep and getting killed off. Tornadoes can defend themselves decently. And the tornado coming around now for the BMP-2, at least that one goes down, so another nice pick-off there. And the air war is actually going pretty decent here for Chai-chan lately, I would say.
No, so it's definitely not, it's definitely been improving. Losing both your F-16As and that tornado early is real painful, but it looks like it's been doing all right. The Ihawk doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, we see the T-80B there getting involved a bit into the infantry fight. The infantry fight in the center has been swinging back and forth, both sides spending quite a lot there and losing quite a lot there infantry number-wise as well. So that is a bit of a mean grinder. And in the meantime, the BMP-1, BMP-2 combo, which is its really loved thing by Tiberius. It seems it's always one BMP-1, one BMP-2 that he buys together. And they are rolling forward here, though that might be a bit of an overextension against the Fallschirmjäger Führer. And especially against the Panzergrenadier Marder there, that could kill a couple of them with the Panzerfaust. It's not a great AT weapon, but they are all pretty low.
BMP-1 misses as... Oh my god, it's a coup. Oh no.
Yeah, the Tiberius also, interestingly, with the lower veterancy there in that fight, the Martyr getting buffed by the Fallschirmjäger, profiting from that, and the Panzerfaust coming in clutch as well. 3 BMP1s down there quickly, and that at least should take the pressure off Chaichan in the north, though I don't think Chaichan will get back into Charlie anytime soon.
No, he's making some very, very good trade setups, but it's just so he's lost the momentum, and it's just so hard to get back with Second Panzergren.
Milan 2 there with a side shot, but missing against the TADBV. That would have been a nice swing here as well. Second TADBV rolling forward as well. Milan 2's there in really strong spots, and what Tiberius lacks here is recon units on the battlefield right now. He has
lacking quite
a
a few
single
things at the
recon unit
moment.
on the battlefield, and this is a bit of
He
a
just
problem.
brought out his first coup, and he does not have any recon left. This is a problem you face when you're playing mech decks and you're trying to play this mid-game tempo, is that yes, your stuff will outtrade theoretically, but if you're not careful, you're just going to lose your support units. Notably, that Strela 10M that he brought up earlier is dead in the south.
Yeah, the
And
BRMs
just
got picked
now,
off.
BRMs got picked off. His recon infantry's dead. It's just, and now he's facing this huge recon disadvantage on the offense. And with how fast the leopards are, it just you really feel it pretty badly.
Yeah.
Losing this building is a pretty big deal from Chaichan. Maybe he just sits behind it.
Leo 2
Yes.
is out on the south, and it's currently the best tank around there. Leo 2A3 leader coming in as well. Artillery flying towards the TADB. Tiberius at least reacting quickly enough to that, so TADBV won't go down to it. But Milan 2 out there once
Milan
more.
2?
If that gets a hit, ooh,
Oh, yes.
lucky times for
Routed.
Tiberius. The
Routed
TADBV
is
is routed. It might
important.
not be getting out in time though, with the route meaning that it turns around here and it's slowed down to an absolute crawl. Can the Milan 2 find it? Oh, it goes for the BMP2 and misses that as
It
well.
misses.
Unfortunate times for Chaichan here right now.
Unfortunate. Notably, you'll see Chaichan's actually rotating a bunch of his units around, and this is a play I don't see very often, but it's extremely important to, winning games. It's just managing where you're putting your points, and I'm really liking this play from Chaichan here.
Yeah, Martyrs coming down towards Alpha now, and the push of the Leos into the southern zone, into Foxtrot, is pretty key here. Tiberius has lost a lot of infantry in the center as well. It's mostly BMPs right now, and a couple of hurt T-80s. No artillery on the side. Oh no, there is a Grut, as I said, a Grut firing away, killing the Milan 2. But the M110 did a lot of work already, and it will continue to do more work here, allowing Chaichan now to get into Foxtrot together with the smoke. I really like this the mortar play with the Panzer Mörser as well. It has
limiting those engagement ranges is extremely important when you're playing tanks against BMP2s. Notably, they're both out of fast recon again, so it's pushing across the field into this kind of stuff will be very difficult.
Yeah, the Tornado AT is back on the battlefield as well. Grut fires the second half of the salvo onto the Iltis-Führer. It needs to get out of there. Good reaction from Chaichan. Gets it out after one hit, so it will survive. And yeah, the Leo 2A3s and 1A5s down here in the south slowly pushing forward. But as you said, no real recon. The Fallschirmjäger out there has to
here.
slowly walk forward. And yeah, we have a stalemate again with Tiberius in a 200-point lead, which usually isn't much, but it is Black Forest. So a point lead that on other maps would be insignificant is actually quite sizable on the map.
Dangerous dangerous for this Cub.
And that might allow the Tornado to come in. The Cub is stunned. Tornado does...
50% accuracy on that Tornado IDS. Just flipping a coin every time it comes out. Oh, and it lives, so... It can come flip the coin again sometime later, but I don't know. Someday these 280s are going to have to get unlucky.
Yeah, Tornado running away. Leo 185 in the south, losing the fight against the BMP2. The autocannon actually finishing it off, but BMP2...
Yeah, the BMP2s, if you get too close, their autocannons can actually do some work.
Especially if you're just a Leo 1 with immediately 9
Just no
frontal armor
armor.
and basically no side armor whatsoever. And yeah, that's the weakness of the early German Cold War design. Just basically no armor whatsoever. Good gun, fast chassis, but anything can penetrate you. And yeah, we have a big smoke wall here in the middle now. Big infantry push from Chaichan. This is going to be an exciting fight as well, as whoever wins the infantry fight then can push on. And it seems to be Chaichan with the pioneers hitting the Motostrelkis outside of the building.
Everybody's still in it right now. The BRMs are back, so that makes these engagements far more difficult for the 283. Oh, here we go, flipping the coin again in the south,
and it misses.
And it misses
and it
again. Oh, absolutely disastrous. There's just no easy way to kill those T80s outside of those, to be honest.
Yeah, you have to use your Leo 2A3s, and that's a pretty
that's just
50-50 thing as well.
It's not fun either.
Yeah. Your ATGMs all relatively short range. The Jaguars maybe could do it, but we haven't seen any of those around, so I kind of doubt they are in the deck, as Leo ones have been...
Oh no, we see 2 of them coming up.
Okay, yeah, that's an important tool here then, because they can do the damage.
I would have liked to see them a little earlier. They're far better than the Milan 2 in the open, at least. They do so much work against these T80s. Although this T80B is going way too far up. Yeah, besmoking it and getting it back. That could have been scary. Leopards are very good at that kind of thing. Punishing tanks that are out in the open by themselves is just something Leopard loves doing. Yeah, notably having the high motion accuracy ending extremely quick.
But Tiberius got another 100-something points out of this situation. Right. He gets in with the T80BVK again. Currently, the Jaguar's still out, so nothing can punish it really. No helicopters with ATGMs out here either. And the M110 firing away, but it's taking gas shots here right now. Like, it's trying to shoot the T80BK where it stands right now. But the question is, that should move in a second again once it's captured, and then the M110 will miss. It's not hunting down AA pieces. It's not hunting down known recon or infantry positions, and I feel like that's always a bit of a waste of the M110.
Right.
At least if you do it too often. Like, sometimes you can take those gambles, and this time it actually might work out.
They do kill T80s every time. They're absurd. And that's something I definitely would have liked to have seen more. Like, if he had doubled up those M110s, they're very capable of killing T80s in one salvo. It can be absurd, especially if you manage the ranges closely. But if you'll notice in the middle, Chaichan has a very big points advantage here. Like, this is very dangerous for Tiberius right now.
Yeah, he won the infantry fight, and now his units can push through the buildings. He has all the vision that he needs. He can take the angles. Tiberius can't push his vehicles around.
He's got the Gepard pushed up, so that Mi-24 shouldn't be able to do too much here. Well,
Gepard's not moving forward though. They're still standing still.
That Pioneer.
They're now getting
really
moving,
rough.
but the Mi-24 already did its job. That's a fantastic pickoff for Tiberius, and a bit of a missed timing there by Chaichan. Now the Gepard gets in, and the Hind should be toast, but 2 important infantry units there killed off, so that
completely
stuffed Chaichan down
that entire push. Although
the Jaguars in the south
this is dangerous.
Missile fights against the T80BVK. Good smoke there.
He's getting 65% accuracy on those Jaguar 2s.
And we also have artillery coming in right on the position. This is a perfectly orchestrated push here from Chaichan right now. Leo 2A3s, the artillery right on the concentration, and the Jaguars hunting it down as well. The only thing here saving Tiberius potentially is the Rapira, as that will hurt the Jaguars quite badly with a good ATGM as well. And at the same time, the TDBV is getting shredded, but the Rapira still holding out strongly.
None of them are dead. That is the important part. None of them are dead. He might lose...
One going down in the south, but so does the Leo in the middle. The T80BV getting the side shot on it. So Leo versus 1 T80BV, that's a fair trade. And
here we go. This is the big push. Both Q move. Everybody's Q moving.
The Rapira saving the day here. In the north, Leo 2A3s versus Motostrelkis working out decently. Infantry here coming up really clutch for Tiberius together with some more BMP2s, and it seems like Tiberius might just hold on. The artillery not quite able to kill it off, and the Rapira positioning there.
This is just
so,
such a great
important.
Rapira. This is game-winning Rapira right here. Obviously, Chai Chen getting a very brief... Oh, actually, where's the CVs?
There's one T80 BVK in the south, in the center. There is none right now. So yeah, Chai Chen
actually might be able to get pretty good amount of tick out of this. Although that 283 is getting pincered.
Ooh, yeah, the Rapira with even more strong hits there. The Rapira should be another target for the MR10s. One of them out of ammo though at the moment, so the artillery is down to one, and that is understandably focused on trying to
very
get the T80 BVK out
thirsty
there.
beasts, those M110s. Oh, and the T80B goes down. Oh no.
Another good hit against the BMP2 there in the middle as well. Leo 283 doing a lot of work, getting decent damage onto these units. But yeah, every single one of those heavy tanks, both sides pretty limited in how many they get, is important. Every Leo 283, every KDB going down is something that you can't replace in the long run.
It's definitely a favorable trade for Tiberius in that sense. The 283 is you only get 6 of them. Yeah, well, if you upbet them. And Tiberius notably getting like 12 or 14 T80s if you bring all of them, which you generally don't. So it should be interesting. Notably, I haven't seen a Sturm out yet. Have you?
No Sturm on the battlefield just yet here.
That's
it seems to be
an interesting choice here, going for the Rapira over the Sturm, because I feel like that's definitely one of the changes that's been happening recently, is that people are going for that Kokon usage over the Sturm, or over the Rapira. So that's interesting, at least.
Yeah, Motostrelke here under fire by the Martyrs, but
well,
they get the kill through the Leo 185. The infantry
busted.
of Chai Chen completely pushed out of the center. There's none on the battlefield there right now. A couple coming in, but it's only Panzer Grenadiers, like no big squadrons anymore around. No Pioneers, no Jaegers or anything like that, and that will be an issue to get back into the center there.
And I do like how Tiberius isn't overplaying his hand here. He really is holding what he needs to hold. He's not freaking out that Chai Chen has a tick, because at the end of the day, he still has complete control of that middle zone, and his ATGM advantage is going to make that bottom zone almost impossible to efficiently take for Chai Chen. I mean, anytime he throws anything expensive forward, it's just going to get pincered by ATGMs and side shots the whole time. So I'm really liking play from Tiberius.
Yeah, Rapira
trying to get getting targeted by the
once it's visible. Close. Smoke coming out in time, but Tiberius now stopping the tick. Might even get the tick up himself here in a second, as that zone should be fully captured. Jaguar still trying to do some damage here, but yeah,
6 shots out of a grad. He ended it too quickly.
Ooh, good hit against the T80 BVK, but it's not a kill. At least it will keep it at a neutral position, though, as the T80 BVK will need to retreat and get repaired here. But we have another push here from Tiberius now. Rapira, Jaguar getting another shot off here against the T80 BV. Grad gets the kill onto the Yildiz before it can get the capture, and Tiberius coming in immediately, so he will go for the +2 here. And 110.
Notably, you don't see any Fliegerfaust, so that Me Too is going to be able to just spot everything.
Yeah, Gephardt.
It's a very good read from Tiberius here. The whole south is going to fall here if Chai Chan's not careful. This is a real rough position to be in.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any of the helicopters of the BO HGM helicopters here.
The Bhopals are very efficient. You can't beat 65 points. 65 points with the hot 2s. They're nasty. And yeah, usually, especially in these open spots, it just makes your enemy push his AA where you can shoot it, and that's just such a good position for you to be in. Like, even just having 2 of them out here would have been such a good tool for Chai Chen here.
It stops the enemy from chasing you, or it forces them to bring AA into uncomfortable positions, but none of them around here right now, and that leads to a lack of AP power right now. The Marder wants just not cutting it. The Leo 283 trying to come in from the flank, but the T80 BVs even stressed out, hitting like gods, and the Leo 283 leader goes down. The other Leos coming in a bit late, and Tiberius gets another good couple of kills here. The kill list completely blue, whilst not a single red unit did fall, and that means Tiberius can repair up here and come back in a 2 minutes or 3 minutes time again and do it all over again. And Chai-chan's forces here getting depleted further and further. ADBV falling back, Hind helicopter.
Me-24 coming over the middle. Again, not really any AA in the south right now.
Yeah, those Kokon missiles ever since the speed buff, like they have been
They're
decent
so
before,
nasty.
but now they're really nasty. And MR10s here.
1910, which they actually do more damage than a Rapira does, and although they do miss out on some accuracy, it's just they're so good. The speed of the missile is so important. Notably, it's pretty much the only thing that makes 27th a viable div at the moment is how efficiently BMPs trade against other IFVs.
Yeah, Fallschirmjäger auf
Martyrs
here, getting shut down by the Mi-24 VAT.
Tiberius actually pushing his Motostrelki too far down, which makes this there's actually a chance that these martyrs could be really annoying.
Yeah, Leos in the south still moving around as well. We see it try to push in the north, but it completely fails. Tiberius has just the right amount of forces there to make it like unreasonable to attack this point. Like the amount of forces that he would have to throw to capture it is way too high and something that Chai-chan just can't afford. Chai-chan probed there, but it fails completely, and so that means Chai-chan has to go for the south, and in 8 minutes time that will be nigh impossible.
Very difficult. And notably, he's got how many T-80s down there? Just count them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T-80s on the field right now. It's just you only have so many different ways you can kill a T-80, and one of them's on the field, notably, with that Tornado IDS that he's flirting with the IHawks with. Oh no, and it gets hit. He's flirting with the Cubs. And the Cubs gave it a little kiss.
Yeah, the MR10s actually getting involved into the north now, so Chai-chan seemingly still believing that might be the potential best way of at least getting one more point on the battlefield, and then I guess going for Foxtrot. With
3 BMP 1Ps coming to reinforce that, though. It's not looking very good for Chai-chan here.
Yeah, the BMP 1 reinforcements coming in, and there's just no strike force here left for Chai-chan. Like the classic German death ball that you want out of Leos, Martyrs, and more Leos is just not here. And Chai-chan does surrender at this point. GGVP.
GG. Obviously got pretty unlucky with some of those Tornado IDS hits, but sometimes those don't actually one hit, so I wouldn't, put that in the entire game just on that, but happens. Sometimes you gotta make your own luck.
Yeah, and it's a solid opener here. The air obviously a bit in favor of Tiberius, though Tiberius also with strong fighter opener there protecting the Mi-24s. And then the T-80BV micro there was quite on point as well in the end. There was a moment where he overextended a bit without recon, without tanks, where Chai-chan got a couple of kills, pulling back a decent amount, but it wasn't enough to make the swing here, and then Tiberius just whittled down the Leos and Milan's over time, and at the end there was just nothing left that could push into a T-80BV wall. So yeah, well played here in game 1. And yeah,
very well played.
It's really interesting to see how that Chai-chan does hold up for sure quite decently and absolutely fits into Division 1 here. I think that was a great addition, and looking forward to game number 2 between these two.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, we're going to go into a quick break, then we're going to be back with map number 2. See you all there in a second. So here we go again. Game 2. Tiberius versus Chai-chan. And we have a really interesting matchup here on Hesse. But before we jump in there, quick shout out, guys, because it's the last day where you can pick your fantasy league team. So you absolutely should get a bit more involved, get a bit more excitement for watching all of this if you're already here, and pick your fantasy league team and get a DM to me. woeisme already pretty high on the pick link there. I don't think I have in your team there though.
Pick me.
So
you won't regret it, I swear. You might. I can't promise anything.
And then also, yeah, check out the Matcherino page, guys. And if you have a second, click the claim code button, add free money to the prize pool as well. And if you want to support the tournament even further, also just click on the contribute button, and every little contribution there is welcome as well. Fantasy League, yeah, really fun concept. A lot of engagement there last time as well. And yeah, let's get back into the action though. As Tiberius is up 1-0, but it was still a pretty close fought game number 1. And what do you think about Chai-chan's pick here in game 2?
I really like it. 56th is a very wide division, and notably, this is a very wide map. He's going to have a distinct infantry advantage at every stage of the game, and with the ATGMs he gets out of his tanks and he gets on the field, he's going to have a real good time in the field as well. Obviously, he's not going to really have any offensive capabilities against T80s in the field, but he's going to more than make up for that in plenty of offensive capabilities in the town. So I really like this 56 Y pick. It should be very good.
Yeah, meanwhile, Tiberius once more with the standard pick, 39th really back in meta. It has been out just a slight bit, but it's
I think he likes it.
Yeah.
You definitely saw some of the weaknesses of it early last game. Perhaps maybe just with the lack of cope coverage. You saw those tornadoes kind of just getting out and doing their thing a little too freely, but I don't know. 39th is just you got to rely on those storms. It's pretty much the only thing that's been buffed, besides the BMP 1P price, of course.
Yeah, the BMP 1P price also got it back into being like that mech force that has cheap infantry to spam around, followed up by a bit more expensive stuff in BMP 2s if you want to, and that's a pretty big ball of BMP 1Ps here going directly for Lima. Interesting choice here.
I like this kind of play on this map because at the end of the day, when you're playing against a division that plays as wide as 56 does, you really think he's going to put you think he's going to put enough to defend Lima here against that kind of force? It's unlikely, and I've seen it quite a bit in ranked at the moment, where people will make these big pushes either onto the field side of the railway into Lima, or they will be doing on the town side of the railway into the town that's between Alpha and Lima at the moment. So it's I don't know. I really like this kind of play for a mech deck. It helps you get into the game, and it gives you the tempo. It forces your opponent to react to you while you maybe take X-ray quite a bit easier otherwise. I don't know. I like this play a lot. I do it quite a bit myself.
Yeah, meanwhile, it seems like Chai-chan's play is straight coming for the north. Not going for November directly, but just bypassing through the highway there, going down the highway through the city blocks,
as well,
and just trying to go for the rear with BTRs and BMP2s and a lot of what the strategy.
If these don't get countered, this should be a very interesting game.
Yeah, if he gets to cut off November into town completely there, that would be potentially pretty wild. That's like, yeah, the only thing holding Lima is one Modra Jet gun and BTR. Like that's not holding anything.
Not enough. Not enough. Yeah, I'm a big fan of putting a Spetsnaz Gru Stinger there, just because you just kill his helicopters. It's just kind of an all-in-one unit right there. You got that RPG 26, or the RPG 27, my bad. And you got the Stinger, and it's just so good. It's like a mini SAS.
Yeah, it's the cheap man's SAS, and it does similar things. It's a recon unit as well. It's not as good as at fighting infantry, but I mean, out of your Stinger and AT teams, you basically usually want to have, like, recon is just as much of value as being a CQC infantry squad. So
absolutely. That's the reason why you see those Fallschirmjäger the Fallschirmjäger Aufklärers, they're basically a Spetsnaz OP that has recon, and I don't know. I like this kind of play a lot. We'll see if Tiberius is going to be able to get into Lima here.
Me Too flies over everything here in the south, so
he sees the whole setup.
He sees everything. That I don't want to be that pilot in Tiberius's forces. Like, that's really reckless Me Too flying. But he sees the whole setup in the north as well, coming down the highway.
That's and hero of the Soviet Union level if he gets back out of that.
He knows exactly everything that's going on here. That Me Too in the south, flying back now. T-62 actually getting some missiles here onto the T-80.
Oh,
so that
hits the T-80 BVK and absolutely stuns the BRM. So, We'll see if he actually gets into RPG-27 range, which is a very short-range weapon. But
Gets stunned
yeah,
down once more
this is why
here.
I like 56 so much. Is these ATGMs are so nasty out of the T62.
Yeah, BMP2 trying to come around here to help out. The Spetsnaz is spotted and it gets hit by the BMP2, so that's a bit
Right.
of a problem. The Grut not really hit anything, but that's not the important part in this fight right now. We have a
Oh my
MiG-27
god.
AT though, and
This
that...
is gonna be such a dynamic game. Look, he has the entire city.
Ooh, the T-80BBK gets sniped by the MiG-27. It
Yeah.
goes down potentially as well here though. Yeah, the MiG-27 gets rinsed on the way out, so it was a one-way trip there. Briusa for once killing something. The 5 salvo lengths not holding it back this time around. BRM goes down to the T-62 though, so the T-62 at least will hold out a bit longer in the south, but then the BMP-1 push comes in towards Lima, whilst yeah, the whole northern city is controlled
It's
by Chai-Chan.
gone. It's gone. unless Tiberius makes some absolute hero plays here, this is bad. And especially losing the momentum that he had in the field against those Bastion T62s. This is those meta squads are going to get in there too. It's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, the BTRs and Medis really desperately trying to defend here. BTR versus on BTR violence. The Recon 1 seemingly winning out as it has veterancy. And that should give it the edge, but the BMP 1P getting involved now. Not getting the kill just yet,
But
but
old, yeah, that anti-tank missile is not my favorite.
BMP2s and Motostrelkis pushing the southern flank at the same time. T-62s both still alive. That's really important here for Chai-Chan. Those are 2 anchor units right now here that he has to
Although
hold
he's
the
kind of
defense up with.
throwing one to the wolves up north real quick without any missiles.
Ooh, can it get shot off against the BMP-1? It kills the producer, actually, first shot. That's an interesting priority there.
Spetsnaz Gru going down in the middle. That severely limits how much he can threaten Echo here.
Yeah, BTR moving around. The whole northern infantry holding down the northern reinforcement route, though. And more units now on the way towards Echo, towards November, and trying to get the capture points on there. But the T-62 in the south does a really good job. Really great macro there by Chai-Chan. Microing it back and forth, killing the BMP without getting shot. Now pushing forward to kill off the infantry, and that completely disrailed Tiberius' pushes here in the south. Really
So
strong defense.
notably, November is pretty much solidly taken by Chai Chan here, but Echo is solidly held by Tiberius. So if Tiberius is able to get into Lima here, this could be an even game.
Yeah, and we see more desperate defenses coming in here for Chai-Chan, like that
Chai
ZU-23
Chan
that...
sitting on two Dishka or two Medices in the back that aren't doing anything.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's just sitting in the trucks.
they were moving somewhere, but they somehow stopped going. And yeah, they're just sitting around there. That could backfire big time. Like, those Medis
Those
somewhere
are
in the
important
town
units.
shooting towards Echo with some ATGMs, killing some transports, they could be massive. Instead, yeah, that's 2 pretty important units just not doing anything. We see the 240mm cluster artillery now getting involved. That's always gnarly as well. The Coupe is the prime target here, and it might go down already. Yes, it does.
Yep, it's down. Oh no.
The
Let's see
gnarly
if
cluster
Tiberius brought
bomber.
2 cards of those.
Yeah, first kill here against the MTLB supply right there as well. Those cluster artillery pieces, really, really evil. I forgot them in my artillery tier list because I did cut out mortars, but yeah, I forgot that they are not quite like the other mortars. Same goes for Nonars. They are obviously really good guys. Take them.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're
really good specifically against light armor vehicles, though. They're unless you pair them up, they're not super strong against T8 or like a T80 in this case.
Yeah, but if you can team them up and get a couple of them online, they sure will rinse the enemy. And yeah, the BMP-1P next target here. They are pretty pricey, so you have to be somewhat careful. The reload time is not the quickest either, but they will get on target here soon again in the south. Whilst the BMP-2 and Multistralky push from Tiberius gets continued here. So
it looks promising. Missing those Dishka Medicis and not having Alpha captured is really rough here.
oh
That's
yeah,
that's a lot of points just sitting there.
yeah, the Bellator really needs to go back there and capture Alpha. Having a +2 here right now would be really great. BMP1 goes down to the 240 mil, but that push towards Lima right now, that is big.
Looks unstoppable here. This is especially with those superior RPO. Importantly, 56 has quite a few different things that can kill that T80B, but killing those infantry blobs is actually kind of hard.
Yeah, MiG-27 coming in once more for some T-80 kills. Does not get a good hit off there though. And the
Oh,
Coups.
it's not gone. Unlucky.
Coop
Yeah, that
might get
coup
one more
accuracy
shot out
goes up.
though. Missile coming in.
Oh,
And it gets the kill.
oh, and it gets it at max range. Misses a knife fighting range, but hits it when it counts.
And that is 2 of those AT planes down. The good versions down. There's 2 more, but they are a bit weaker. And that is for sure frustrating here for Chai-chan because, yeah, they're also one of your best tools against the T-80s.
But the BMP1K goes down, which is very important. You can sneak that Bellator back in and recap it.
Yeah,
It's going to be a while for Tiberius is going to actually be able to take advantage of that.
Bellator going
Field.
towards Echo here, trying to be really sneaky. There is no direct AT weapon on it, so the Bellator actually should get through there, get the capture done. Chai-chan still should go to Alpha right after with that Bellator, but it will get the +2 here by capturing one of Tiberius's points, and with that get a decent lead here as well. BRM1 pushing through. The Spetsnaz GRU Stinger still there, hiding behind the building though. They pop forward now. They will just rinse that BRM1. So
I mean, there's a problem in fighting these contested zones without even having your back zone capped.
yeah,
I wonder if he remembers to cap that.
I think he doesn't realize it, and you don't really look for it on the map. So he's just maybe wondering why his tick is so badly, but like only when he really starts to investigate what's going on there, will he find his medis and the alpha point. Like it's not a point of the map where you really concentrate on at all. So
And they would have been so
the
useful
medis finally moving.
push.
He finally found them.
Oh,
That means he hopefully also saw alpha lacking a capture. Meanwhile, TADBB
Pulls the
and
Conquerors
BMP1
out.
pushing forward through here.
There's that could be MP2D still in the town. He's moving the Bellator up, but he should have had a +4 here. On the Bellator in the field going down.
He should have 2 more points here right now at least. And he has some reinforcements in the south, T62s and BMP2s there coming in nicely, so he can hold on for a bit longer maybe, and there's no CV currently coming in for Tiberius, and only now TADB and Motostrelki hit the field, but still nothing for Alpha. Still no CV going to Alpha, and that's big. MiG-27K, AT, the second one coming around here this time.
This maybe the SD2 players just forgetting that it's not flags.
Yeah, the CV only being used as frontline units in SD2. No such thing as capturing points there. Just push the frontline, push, but that's not what's happening here right now. I also would like to see a slight reduction of the forces in the north. Like he invests even more right now into holding that reinforcement.
It's definitely important, but
by now you could kind of gamble by thinking Tiberius. Like Tiberius won't buy anything there anyways because he already knows it's cut off. So reducing the sentry there a bit and getting a couple of these units pushing towards Echo or even Bravo, it could be quite important right now. And
Tiberius barely microing the T80B out of the range of the cluster mortar.
Cluster mortar going at it again, conquers, and a lot of Gansi coming in.
Alpha remains uncaptured.
And yeah, we have the Motostrelki leader here now coming in, and that's the end of the tick. So 225 points versus 70. That's not a big lead.
And the start of Tiberius's tick, especially since I imagine that little Shulk leader is going into that forest on X-ray shortly.
Grat coming up
Maybe.
once more here, trying to get some hits.
The
A
BMP
couple of
1K is coming.
helicopters actually being bought in the north, but there's too much AA there. There's
Here's the
a few.
Bellasaur, finally. Coming to capture Alpha.
Yeah, and Trichan will bite himself right now, realizing that he forgot that the whole game, and that cost him like 300 or more points at this point, so he really could have been a bit more of a sizable lead here.
Notably, I don't see any helicopters coming out from Chai-Chan here at all.
Yeah, still more focused on the AT planes, but yeah, no helicopters here, no Heinz at all. We have...
Would have been really nice to push some of this stuff out. Tiberius only has one Igla.
Yeah, one Igla, one Coop, another Piusa coming up. The other Piusas being killed earlier. It's interesting to see that Tiberius believes in the Piusa here as the AA piece of secondary choice. Like no OSAs or anything like that, no Strela 10s. The gun AA doesn't have the best reputation at the moment, the Soviet ones, because
No.
they have the weird salvo length of 5, reducing their hit chances and their damage output by a good bit. So usually you see them not being used and instead more AA, but yeah, Coop here getting the job done with the missiles anyways. So Coop missiles good enough for now against the MiG-27s here. Ooh, the MD smoking off. TADB there holding out nicely. And again, killing the T-80s at this point in the south.
Oh, and Alpha's not even captured. Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
no. Oh, it's just that's not good. That's not fun.
Yeah. Cluster artillery hunting down the Coops, but Tiberius has learned by now. It keeps them agile. After every shot, they are moving, so the 240 military
There it goes. He finally pushed it into Alpha. I've done that before, but God, that sucks.
Yeah. We see more Afghansi
Two
coming.
flanking RPG infantry could be interesting here. I like this play a lot.
Ooh, the
Is
helicopters
notably,
of Tiberius
Tiberius
getting shut down in the rear as well. And yeah, the Medis and Co pushing forward there. BMP-2
Notably, the
around a
gun
bit as
truck
well.
doing better than the Biryusa.
Yeah, ZSU really, really strong. And we get the kill here once more. So good hits here. BMP-1P falling back.
It'd be real interesting to get some RPG-16s in here. The long-range RPGs obviously would be able to hit that T-80BV from the top of the berm.
Yeah. And what do you think is the best way of dealing with the South right now for Chai-Chan? Should he just hold off where he is right now, and go for Echo and Bravo somehow, or how would
He
you
actually has a
prefer?
really big tactical advantage about retaking Lima. He does. It's he's got all these close range engagements which really do not favor T-80s at all. So if he gets any sort of vision on how Tiberius is set up here, he could really just pump out a bunch of T-62s and absolutely overwhelm him. It wouldn't even be very... It would be pretty efficient too, especially if you start smoking off his fire support, like where that T-80BK is.
Yeah,
We'll see if he plans on doing that, because it seems like his plan is to take Echo and maybe even push for Bravo. Which is not a bad plan either. It's definitely much more favor to his division, but I think he could actually do all three. Tiberius is in a really rough spot in terms of that town, because 39th is not very good at taking towns back like that.
Yeah, we have the 14 hit points Dushkas here with the RPG-22. They just are absolute gnarly infantry squadrons.
Yeah, so it's...
It's just not gonna happen. Oh, and all the reinforcement assets here getting killed off on the road.
Yeah, this is...
Couple of road kills here already now.
This is certainly not over.
Ooh, another good kill against the BMP-1 transport. Now Tiberius has realized what's going on here and how much of a pickle he is on his reinforcement route. And will have to reposition his Saparis, calls in more BMP2s.
Oh, and it goes down. This is bad.
Oh, T-80 versus T-62 in the middle. The cluster artillery. It's landing somewhere else. It's not on target.
No, one shot.
T-80 BV gets the one-shot kill there.
T-80 BV left on 6 health, so... Man, that's, Oh, here comes the T-80... Here comes the MiG-27.
Doesn't get a hit there. Doesn't get a hit on the damage one. No, it misses both. The Coup's at least too far back to get a hit.
Wow, he is getting unbelievably unlucky on these AT planes.
The TDB though retreating into the cluster, and the cluster is on target, so that's one TDB scratched. Yeah, good hits there.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Wow. All right, cluster mortars coming in clutch here.
But Tiberius investing a lot into holding out Echo, and yeah, Lima back under control of Chaichan's units. Chaichan's units are in there, but no CV close by right now to capture that.
You just put the CV on the city side of that.
Yeah, you would put it on the northern part of the railway, but that has to be bought first. So for now, the +2 for Tiberius holds up, and Tiberius with a 400-point advantage by now, and yeah, still 5 or yeah, I think 4.
And while his units are not as efficient, he does have quite the death ball going in the city as well.
Yeah, that was
at least the local death ball with these superior RPOs and the motorcycle BMPs. These Afghans here are absolutely nasty, so this actually might be close, weirdly enough, especially with the support of that BMP-2D after the motorcycle BMP goes down.
There's an
no, not quite close enough. Metis getting shots on that BMP-2?
Yeah, getting a hit, but not a kill.
The close miss glitch.
Yeah. ADBV going down to the cluster in the south again. Cluster artillery still coming in clutch. Another MiG-27 with AT flying in here, trying to find another T-80BV. The one in the south, the furthest away from the coops. Not smoking right now. And it gets killed.
Oh.
Great micro, great focus there. Ooh, one coop got a hit, so that MiG-27 is out for a good while, but kill is kill.
Yeah, playing against 56th on this map is an absolute nightmare. Just because of this style of gameplay. It's so hard to trade efficiently on his units that are in the city, and then he gets all these excellent AT weapons in the field, and you just can't trade efficiently. But we'll see if Chaichan's able to take advantage of that. He's neutralized the tick, and if he takes back Lima here, he might actually be able to get an advantage.
Yeah, we see the coup being hunted down by the artillery as well, but it just comes in a slight bit too late for the MiG-27. MiG-27 going down. Belojor getting pushed by the T-80BVK right now. So
Conquer's actually beating that Piusa, which is interesting.
Yeah, Piusa going down as well. Chaichan now bringing in a leader for Lima.
Not being spotted by anything yet, because the T-80BV notably being on top of the berm, and then everything else is either doesn't have good enough vision, or okay, finally is spotted by the Motostalki.
Yeah, getting the kill there. Conquer's trying to help out. The cluster artillery getting on target onto some more AA. Both coops are down now. That is big.
That's really big.
Tiberius was busy microing elsewhere, but that means those AT planes now that are still remaining, and a couple are still remaining, they will be even harder to beat. It will be down to some fighters now, I would say, for Tiberius to actually get them shut down, and we haven't seen any yet, so hopefully for Tiberius' sake.
Looks like Tiberius is going to have to BMP his way out of this fight, because pulling more T-80s out right now, especially losing your Cub coverage, is just not efficient at all. You're just going to lose them. That unspotted Rapira might be dangerous.
Yeah, this is a really strong position for Rapira there. These AT guns, quite gnarly. They got their fix when it came to targeting. They were struggling a bit with getting on target because of the angle of fire they could take without repositioning. That has been changed, and ever since they have been really strong again. T80, T62 should be able to deal with it though, or not if it loses line of sight there. Rapira
Mayuka almost connecting on that T62.
coming around. T62 leader gets the point captured.
I've gotten
Will
into the
stop
habit
the
of just
take.
turning the gun off.
It's wild that this game is a stalemate. Like, yes,
Oh, it's wild that it's this close.
yes, Hesse is a stressful map, but in my eyes,
Oh,
it's also
and
a
the
good
CV
map.
goes
Ooh.
down. Oh
TV
no.
getting killed off by Motostrike Medis exactly because such plays are possible on Hesse. Like, it's not a fast ticking map because both zones, like both sides, have
They're all 1-point zones.
all 1-point
Or
zones
2-point
and pretty
zones, pardon.
safe zones as well. Like, there's no center zones at all. You have to push somewhere to get a tick, but the amount of field that you have to play over is pretty big on it. I would still like 1 or 2 more zones
Really
in the far rear.
aggressive. Oh, and finally the attack helicopters come out. And just in time for this. Yeah, just in time for this attack. That Strela 10M's in the forest. It's really far away. So I don't know if it's going to be able to help.
Yeah, trying to get a flanking
see the
shot
right of the
BMP
Kokons
ones.
out here. They might be able to get a good flanking attack on them with the Metis that's in the town as well.
AT jams flying off. Where's BMP down?
Oh, yep.
Second one getting stunned, but luckily dodges. Hit against the TADBV. Another hit against the TADBV. But they're hitting front alarm now.
Alright, so how does this game develop?
Yeah,
it just looks like the TADBs. They have to die to the MiG-27s. I don't see anything else killing them, right?
Well, the cluster artillery might be able to get them one more, but yeah, he's pushing for it. He's keeping.
Yeah, given that Tiberius has been pretty good at not dying to that. The T-62 getting side shot.
Big ammo explosion as well there. The helicopters can push the TADBs as well, back at least if you kill off the AA completely. Strela 10M now trying to get into position.
Entirely dependent on how well he manages. Oh, the Su-27's coming to dive it.
There's no AA here on the battlefield right now, right? Like
he's got to land them into that Motostrike, which is okay. No, he's fine. He brings out a maul. Oh, and the maul gets a hit
immediately. That's big.
Oh no! All right, second hit. No. Okay.
That would have been pushing it a bit far, but
that would have been real unfortunate. Maybe some of that luck coming back for Chai-Chan.
Oh, cluster. Leaving the TADBK on 1 hit point.
It's so frustrating playing against 56th on this map. Although, you got to notice there's a Rapira and a TADBV that have been absolutely hidden this entire time, covering X-ray. So that's not an easy point to take either.
Yeah,
Tiberius has 6 infantry units covering Echo, so the path forward is not simple here at all for Chai-Chan. He obviously took Lima back, which was the most important part, and as I said, was the most efficient thing he could have done. But and that T-80B that's been spotted this whole time by the Pulomechiki.
Cluster slightly off target this time around.
No, but he's moving into it.
Ooh.
No, he's moving into it.
Good stun there.
Oh no!
That might catch it. Oh, and it gets down.
Another one.
Really good catch there by Chai-Chan.
These cluster mortars are so frustrating.
They targeting the BMP-1P next.
Because unlike a Smirch or something, their attack trajectory is so low.
Yeah. They're firing a second salvo here by accident. That is not supposed to go there. Just hitting the field where the TADB is already dead. The Rapira is still in a great spot though. And that's a problem here for Chai-Chan in the push back into town.
Incredibly difficult to root out.
As another Conquerors here falls victim to it. And the TADB next to it. MP2 should smoke off and run. It's not moving yet.
Grad targeting the cluster, but he's already in the process of moving it, so he should keep it, considering that the Grad's off target now.
Yeah.
Close. Notably, if Chai-Chan grads that Rapira spot, which is a pretty common grad spot, it would be quite different, but he seems to not be really using it at the moment.
You know, the Grud without any reloads lately. Chai-Chan moving more units to assault the rear points here now. Couple of tanks,
Which
couple
is
of BMP
definitely
teams.
the move here, especially since he's effectively neutralized every single attack possibility that Tiberius is going to be able to do in the field to take Lima back. So this is going to be the question of, can Tiberius hold off against the absolute horde of infantry that's going to come his way?
Yeah, he still has to hold off for 12 more minutes.
Well, Chai Chan's moving into the field with his helicopters.
There is an Igla, but that Igla could be killed. Chai-Chan
There's
doesn't want to
also
risk
the
it though.
Strela 10M coming up from the back as well. Yeah.
Cluster Bomber hunting the BMP-2 as well. That one gets damaged, but is able to evacuate in time. Hind gets a kill onto some MTLBs, but nothing of real importance here right now. TADBV did get evacuated further back. And the Rapira is still in a really strong spot. Meanwhile, Dejanikis and Pulmachikis pushing closer towards Echo from Lima now as well. And with the AA
Here's
rotating
firing on
south...
the T-62 getting side shot? Yes. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, those
Low
Rapiras.
cohesion side shot. It's so nasty.
Yeah, Rapira already doing such insane work in game 1, and they are back to doing it this game as well. You would imagine on a 1984 9 battlefield the AT guns being a bit out of fashion, but this one kind of bringing it back on its own here.
It's a glorified ATGM, let's be honest. I basically turn the gun off every time I use them.
And it gets the kill with the ATGM here. Onto the T-62, blows the turret off. And that's another one scratched here from being able to attack X-Ray.
He's
Meanwhile,
smoking into the corner. That RPG-22 is rough, though. But interestingly, the T-62 has the same side armor as the T-80BV.
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't focus too much on that, so that is pretty helpful. A lot of new RPG-22 infantry units coming in here, 2 fresh ones with 14 hit points. The Afghansi is there around as well, and the point now gets captured. Chai-Chan starting to tick again here, and that would be good enough. A +2 would be good enough to get this game under control.
T-80 PVK is coming to surround that T-62. The Afghansi moving. The RPO notably not going to be able to do anything about that.
The RPG-22 also doing relatively little about it. Cluster bombers needed. Maybe one of the last few remaining MiG-27s could try to come in here from the north now. The Hinds stay back, and yeah, that T-62 really needs to keep on smoking here. Like, usually smoking doesn't help you, but this time around, smoking really advised.
T-80BV low cohesion in the... Both of them are low cohesion in the field, so Chai-Chan getting a little bit of momentum back. I foresee Tiberius' infantry losing this fight. You'll note that one of the RPO units is already out of RPOs.
Yeah, the second Dushka team, though, not getting involved. The first one out in the open. Bad micro here from
T-62 is double up-vetted. The aim time is better, so they might actually be able to get a shot off on this T-80BV. Well, this should be interesting.
T-62... really big dance there in the middle of the smoke field.
The scary thing is if you catch it with a rear shot, all these tanks one-shot each other.
Yeah, none of the RPG teams close enough.
3 molds coming out at the same time to get that Su-27.
Ooh, MiG-23s.
Oh, and okay, a little bit of luck for Tiberius here.
Yeah, he got a MiG-27 killed off as well, one of the ATGM ones, so important time there.
Okay,
and
so the RPO is going to be spotting the T-60. Oh, they're right next to each other. This is going to be critical.
They
see each other
there for a slight second. Now they're right on top of each other, and that is some bullshit.
They're touching barrels, chat.
They touched barrels, but they didn't see each other. It's like they literally were driving into each other there.
That BMP-2 is going to get... Oh, wait.
Now they're aiming. And that's the end of the D-62 MK.
That was close.
Yeah, everybody finally found each other there. And there goes the T-62. And notably, that's the tick for Chai-Chan gone again here. Taichan trying to push towards X-Ray though, and finally, importantly, smoking off the Rapira this time around, so the Rapira can't help out. The most important, the MVP unit of Tiberius, isolated to the side here, and that means
there's
the
a little
T62
courtyard you can hide in as well. That's completely covered by any sort of attack.
Yeah.
Let's see if he knows about it, and he's gonna put his tank in there.
He seems to drive towards it at least.
Oh no, not quite. He's putting it in the forest, but not the courtyard.
He's moving into it, microing into it.
Ah, there we go. Alright, he's got it. Yeah, notably, unless you're an infantry unit, you can't take... There's no place on the... Oh, and he's moving out of it. What? Okay. If you move into that, there's no place on the map that can hit that.
Yeah.
It's really annoying, and you basically have to arty it, but you notice he's only just got grads.
Yeah, meanwhile, cluster artillery still hitting around. A couple of BMP2s going down on the side of Taichan though, so no good ATGM support around this. But has the +2 here. +2 still should be enough to get him back onto the victory lane here. So, pretty important take here for Taichan right now.
Tiberius has 4 CV vehicles in and around that area, so I foresee it not being Taichan's tick for very long.
Yeah, at least not on the +2 level. Oh, T62 getting engaged with the Rapira. Smokes off. Doesn't want to fight against the hero of the Soviet Union over there.
Yeah, so I don't think he meant to leave that courtyard. Yeah, he goes back into it again. You don't need to smoke it. Alright, whatever. The Mi-8 seeing everything. The HE bomber coming in though. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, SU-22HE coming right for that CV.
Notably, can one-shot a T-62 if all 4 bombs hit. Oh.
Unfortunate times for Tiberius, but this
no.
T-62. One Grad rocket and this thing is toast.
The cluster mortar is trying to preemptively shoot the T-80s. Oh, the Mot Rozvedka's moving in to hit the Rapira. Oh, this is so close.
The T-80 at least reduces it to a +1. A +1 wouldn't be enough
Tiberius
at this point.
notices that the T-62 didn't die, but it did not know that before. So now he's got this T-80 VVK sitting out in the middle. And 4 Malds in the open. Oh no. This is so close. Oh, the RPG-27? Oh no.
Trying to get into the right building there, but the building burnt down.
The building go down. Oh no.
This is the end of the T-62.
Oh, he burned his own building down, I think. Or was the... No, it had to be the SU-22.
Yeah.
Side shot? No, he smokes it off. Oh, he goes for another one. Okay, he's got it. No, he flies over it!
SU-22 trying to get around for the angle.
Chai-Chen getting punished for his... Chai-Chen getting punished for bringing all 4 Malds out at the same time, so they're all refueling. Oh, another T-80BV goes down? Okay, finally the SU-22 coming
this
in,
time
and
hitting though, T-62 going down, and that's the end of the tick here.
5 more minutes, that's...
Chai-Chen needs another +2 somewhere, and I don't think he has any CVs left.
happening.
Oh, he has one! He has one in a BMP2 in the north. So, he has to run for either Bravo or Echo. Both not impossible here. SU-22 meanwhile getting down by the Malts. The MLDs here coming out in a squadron again. But yeah, that... I'm not even sure. Yeah, Chai-Chan knows about it. Chai-Chan repositions that CV right now. That CV has to go places. Maybe with some air support. Maybe with some helicopters.
Probably another smoke play. He does have a smoke set up for it. And that RPG-22 is real close. So actually, is that RPG-22? It's barely not in range. The one that's over Echo.
Yeah.
Barely not in range. So
if
he smokes right next, if he smokes that BMP2 right into it.
Yeah. If he has another CV, I would get another one trying to get with a smoke play towards X-Ray at the same time. But yeah, smoke play right now towards Echo would be...
And you gotta think about it. That not having Alpha, think about how many points this game was decided by.
Yeah. If he would have had captured Alpha at the beginning, it would be... Tiberius most likely would have been...
different feeling game right now.
And yeah, a +2 wouldn't be enough right now. A +2 isn't enough right now anymore. 300 points, that's too much. You only get 80 points per minute. So he needs a +4, and I don't think he can get that.
He needs 200 points to get the draw, at least, and that's 3 minutes, so he needs to have started it right now on the +2, and it's just not enough time. Unless he does some absolutely miracle smoke plays to get a CV into both points at the same time, it's just not happening.
And he only has one. Like, if he has a helicopter CV, maybe, and then smokes that somehow rightly into X-ray, that's another way, but
Fortitude fence style.
there's nothing like that around right now. And the BMP2 leader in the north falls back as well. Yeah, not having Alpha really bites him here right now real hard. Unfortunate times for Chai-chan here. Like, those 300, 400 points that he could have potentially have extra here, really deciding the game right now. And it's kind of hilarious that this still happens on highest level of play, because everything else here was
exactly right.
so well played. But
the thing I will say is that the only thing that changes when you get to high level play is that everything gets a little more micro, but if you just have a blank spot, you have a blank spot. Like, if you're not looking at Alpha, you're just not going to look at Alpha.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if it's StarCraft 2 or WARNO or whatever. Yeah. Like, even the highest level StarCraft players forget shit like that sometimes, and then it's just, yeah, absolutely hilarious. And yeah, it humanizes the players, which is nice. It also makes us feel better, and because it gives us extra copium. Because these guys do it too.
Oh, the SU-22 HE coming in? Oh, does it get it?
Yeah, it does get it. And
that's
GG. Sealing the deal here. The MiG-23 is getting the kill and revenge. It might be a good KD here in the end for Chai-chan, as he got some.
I'd imagine this is. I think, and this might be a controversial opinion, I think 56 is the best division on the game on this map. And you could see how clearly Tiberius played very, very well, and it was still an incredibly close match, decided by basically a CV not being put into alpha. Those cluster mortars were so oppressive this game. 5 T-80s dead? Something like that.
Yeah, the MiG-27s coming around. Oh, Strella's being here targeted as well, but it's only 1 minute and 10 seconds, so this game is confirmed over. And yeah, really well played by both players once more, but it's Tiberius who takes the points here in the end. And getting one step closer here. And Division 1 only having 4 players, so the step is a bit bigger than in the other group stages.
For sure. Obviously, Tiberius kind of favored to make it through groups in any case, but this was a very close match, and I mean, maybe he's just flexing the 39th. Maybe it is an S-tier division.
He for sure seems to be really comfortable with it. So,
and people will give it to him. I mean, there's no question that people will give it to him, so...
Yeah, banning it would still be wild compared to what else is out there.
I mean, I'd ban it just because he's comfortable on it, but like I'm like, if I'm playing on 2 lakes, I'm still banning 11E and 35th first.
And yeah, the last 10 seconds here running out. Chai-chan trying to get a couple more kills here, but getting another BMP one.
Yeah,
okay, he killed off himself. The KD might save him here, but it won't get him a point.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that very good ratio there. If you look at those cluster mortars, just one of them, 4 T-80s on just one of them, 11, and then the other one gets where is it?
Yeah, 4 T-80s and 2 BMP2s and a coupe.
Oh,
and the other one up higher up getting another
Between the two of them, they killed 4 coupes, 5 T-80s, like 6 BMPs. It's just so strong.
Yeah, really well played with those things, and a couple of other good plays around as well. But the not capturing the point, just saving Tiberius the game here. And Tiberius just playing a really solid game around the south, like slowly pushing, slowly getting the points, knowing when he had to pull back, but yeah, still getting saved by the bell here kind of thing in the end. And getting a double point victory here in the end in Group D with Medinator and Startbreaker, the other 2 players here. It's not over for Chai-chan. I think Chai-chan can beat both of those players.
There's definitely, seeing the way he played this game, if he cleans up a little bit of his tech and some of his unit choices in the deck, he very, very easily could beat those 2 players. Not easily, but I could foresee a situation where he wins both of those games.
Yeah, but Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. It's for sure setting up to be a competitive group. Stahl and Maddie, strong players as well. Maddie always with a bit of a cheese. Stahl with really standard, straightforward tank play, which currently is kind of in meta, so
Yep.
that could help out. Like, hasn't ever wavered from his playstyle and might get rewarded for it this season. So IVs and good tank play there with especially German tank divisions.
Right. Although he's like in 5e recently, so
Yeah, the 5e plays of his are pretty strong as well. And yeah, that's game number 1 here for today. We have one more coming your way, so don't you run away. We have Cheesh versus I forgot the
Koch.
name of our second player here. Give me a second, guys. I will pull it up. But yeah, we gonna go in there in a second. Quick break, guys. Then we're gonna be back with game number 2. So here we go. Cheech versus Koch is our second game here. Division 2 action, first game for both of these players. First league season for Koch. By far not the first league or SDL tournament here for Cheech. Really well-known player here from Ukraine. Has played a lot of action in the last couple of seasons, especially with the British. Though this time around coming around with 8th. And then we have Bearcom on the other side. And what do you think about the Bearcom pick here on Death Row?
I don't know. It's interesting. You definitely outvalue 8th in a lot of different ways. You get your fire support's way better because big problem with 8th, right, is that it doesn't really have any IFEs. Like you could theoretically bring the mech dragons or the mech rifles law in the dragon M113, but it's not. It's not good at all. So you have these AMX 30Bs with their great fire support options. You got medium tanks that are much better than the M60. It's just the problem is you're going to get air spammed.
Yeah.
But one thing they added this recent patch is the FSB1, which is not the radar version, but it is the Saclos one, I think. I actually don't remember. But in any case,
It's
it makes it a little better for that. It makes it a little harder to pull the kind of air spammery that you would be doing against a division like Bearcom before. But at the end of the day, if Chich manages his seed operations, which are more than just flying wild weasels around, like using artillery to kill his Toad AA or killing the Mistrals, killing the Stingers. That was the FS8, my bad. If he manages to do that, it's going to be really difficult for Bearcom to do anything. Although having a forested close range map is definitely something that favors Bearcom in that way, at least.
Yeah, the big other issue I see for Bearcom in the long run is on these open fields. M1A1s beat M1IPs and chieftains.
For sure.
Then
you've got one trump card to kill them. You've only got one way to do it.
Yeah.
And that's countered by a single F-16.
Yeah, those Nighthawks stalking around. Could be interesting. Another play I have heard about with Bearcom lately is those Mirage 5s come now in 2 per card. And just spamming those and making like a real tapestry of bombardment coming up. Like not just hitting one paveway, but hitting with multiple at the same time next to each other. So that the enemy can't dodge and that it just really cleans up an area. Like, that's the way that it gets played by some people out there right now. So that would be interesting if Koch has picked up on that. But it's still a hard playstyle to play.
Just real expensive way to kill an infantry unit, you know? Like, those bombs do not kill tanks very well for the most part. Like, the big problem with the Mirage 4 is that their bombing patterns just don't concentrate enough force to actually kill anything important. Oh, they do kill infantry, though. We'll see.
Yeah. I have seen it work. I have seen it not work. It's gonna be interesting to see if Koch plans on doing that at all. I wouldn't expect it, but it could be cool. On the other side, a pretty standard 8th opener here. Nothing too expensive coming out at the beginning. You want to start spreading out your forces, and you have those relatively affordable strong holding forces with the mech rifles and then some M60s. And then we will see the stronger forces like the M1A1's AA network and the recon forces in front of have been set up. So yeah, nothing fancy here coming out of either side at the beginning. Though
But
obviously a bit more speed.
fortunately, there seems to be a bit of a counter here at the middle. Koch is looking to take that whole forest and city side on the side of Cheech, because he's got 3 foxes and 3 PSSEB or 2 PSSEBs, and he's just gonna run right over those scouts and dragons.
Yeah,
Cheech is gonna have to pull one of those M3A1s over if he wants any hope of doing anything. And those dragons might not even get there in time. Notably, you can actually min-range dragons. You could before, but you can still.
It's a bit harder. The min-range went from
It's a bit harder. But you notice that the scouts and LRS don't have any AT weapons.
Yeah.
And the M60s are too far away. So if Koch really does this well, he's just gonna run right over him. And get into places you really don't want PSSEBs. Like those backlines. Notably, the Cobra coming out already, but let's see if he can manage those well against the Stingers.
The double Stinger coming around. Milan 2 setting up here nicely as well. Sniper will be the 50 cal
one.
Humvee with a tow in the south as well to get potential side shots against tanks that try to push north.
Already coming out.
Fox number 1 goes down though.
Alright. Bradley on the flank is dead. Oh, the Ihawk. Oh, and it misses. Tragedy. Oh no, and it kills the healthy dragon. Oh,
the Ihawk does get a miss on the Nighthawk.
Oh,
but it doesn't go down. And no fighter in there to finish the job.
Oh,
so Nighthawk doing a good job. M60's pushing in the south, but yeah, the Echo Point is basically secure. The leader of Koch is moving back. Will move north.
M60 is doing some counterplay. We'll see how that works out. They don't have any recon with them, so this is actually kind of difficult for them to pull off.
Especially against the Humvee tow.
Yeah, exactly. So if that Humvee tow is managed well, that whole push is dead. Yeah, starting off with the +4. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking how aggressive Koch played this. Because that's the biggest weakness of 8th, is that it just gets pushed really hard at the start.
Yeah, that's why you see so many openers with Cobras with them.
Right.
Because
you basically just have to do it. there's no maybe. It's like I don't really see a situation where you don't. Maybe against a division you're already going to give up the middle or give up the beginning, like 11 or something, because they have the gun trucks for deploy.
Yeah, or like 86.
Oh, one of the M60s already going down. This is bad.
Yeah, Chieftain's coming around real strong here. Sheesh, in a absolute pickle at this point.
Yeah, no M1A1's out yet, and you really don't want to get... There's almost no division that's better at stacking infantry into one spot and having it actually be able to fight against armor than Bearcom, because they've got all of the recoilless rifles, they've got all of the Milans, they've got the Humvee tows, they've got the strong tanks. It's just such a hard division to push out of a spot.
Yeah, they got the 180s with their rifles that have extra hit points.
It's so strong, and having the PSSEBs in these spots already is so bad.
Yeah, Chieftain's pushing forward. At least Cheech is consolidating a bit for the back. He's not losing everything here right now.
He's not losing anything anymore, which is important. That P4 might actually sneak into the back and make it a +6. Is it a +2 actually? No, they're all +2s, so it would be a +8.
Yeah, if he counters it, it's a +8.
Oh, but the Fireteam AT4 coming to intercept.
Clutch moment there.
That could have been bad.
Yeah, Mirage Seed actually coming around.
I don't.
Oh, Ihawk gets shot, gets killed. Oh, this is big.
That micro was so good too.
It gets the bombs off as well at the same target.
Oh my god, that's really good micro.
It doesn't kill the M35s here, but yeah, really strong first show into league here by Koch. Coming in with a hot one. Ihawk number 2, at least already on the battlefield, but yeah, you now will have to focus on microing your Ihawks as well non-stop. You kind of don't want to have them turned off by default, because then you don't see the Nighthawks.
They do think they keep their radar on. that's a bug in the game, but you still keep the vision.
Okay, yeah. M1A1 is coming out here now, but yeah, there's so little support here at this point. This is a really, really good game for
It's
the...
like, do you even have enough time in the 10 minutes to build enough to push out of any of these any of these specific positions? It's just looking rough, especially when these M1 IPs are already on the battlefield, unvetted M1 IPs. Interestingly enough,
Yeah, that might be a mistake
which is
here.
the choice. It's all right on the defense. Like you can make it work on the defense, but you just kind of eliminate their offensive power, and that's what you want. You want offensive power out of your expensive tanks.
Yeah,
So this is an interesting choice.
like the quality of the M1A1 here versus the Chieftain and the M1 IP is a lot higher with that.
And
Like,
they probably 1v2 if it gets the chance, just because of that cohesion damage problem.
yeah, and the rate of fire advantage that it has.
Exactly. It's just, yeah.
Grenadier Voltigier coming around in the south. It's interesting to see the Grenadiers used. They now have the... Oh no, that's not the one that get the sniper rifle, right? But
Notably, the M1IP is not able to pen the M1A1 at max range.
Yeah, meanwhile, Bradley's in the north, trying to get some kills here onto some Humvees with a 50 cal. Gets that kill, so finally some picks here
LRS
for
almost goes
Cheech.
down. That was close.
LRS pushing forward. That's a strong position for the LRS.
He needs that so bad. If he loses that, it's pretty much game.
Oh, the mech rifles get sniped in transport though by the
Oh,
Chieftain.
and the Voltigear is going into the back line. This is so well played by Koch. He's known what to do from the start of the game, and he's pushing into the bottom now too to force Chich to spread out his stuff.
Mortar of Cheech coming in
This is
with the smoke
definitely
here
not
now.
a position you want to be in. Is Koch gonna call his bluff? He doesn't have any AT. He's got that Bradley.
Milan and PSB getting killed in the center.
Okay,
Fox
the
going
Flash
down
is
as
gonna
well.
die. The Flash does die though. Yeah. Those M60s are in a rough spot here.
They are pushing forward over the open field now, though. They have the smoke in front of the Chieftain. Can they find the sniper? Yes, they find the sniper thanks to the LRS.
Good old GSR, ground surveillance radar. So good. He's got the fire. Chich has the fire team 84 to prevent any backline shenanigans with the VAB. The sniper goes down.
Yeah, he just needs to get into the point relatively soon here to buy himself some time. Fox overextending in the north. Lucky there, not getting the shot by the IT4. And the M1IP here a bit far forward as well, as it doesn't want to get shot here by the M1A1. Pushing a bit around. Everything is aiming up. And the M1IP is eating it.
Ow.
Those are good hits.
Ow, yeah, that's bad.
And there's a little
Stinger's
AT here.
getting hit.
Like there's the smoke chieftain, but there's no other long-range AT here anymore. The Humvee TOW is pretty far south. I don't think that's gonna involve, but there's the Nighthawk and the Mirage Seed. F-16 not around. Good smoke, important smoke here by Cheech. Breaking line of sight, the Nighthawk doesn't see anything.
Is he throwing the Nighthawk away?
Oh! Nighthawk, good micro against the Seed here.
He does get two of them. He turns the Seed. Okay, he turns the iHawk off. All right, so no Nighthawk sorties out of that specific.
Oh, it gets the Seed as well.
So it goes down too. So he's got a good 5-minute window, which is to the end of the game. He's got a good 5-minute window around which to play into the fact that he doesn't have any good air cover anymore, unless he buys another Nighthawk. That is.
M1A1s and M60s pushing forward. M1CP coming in for the zone. Seed plane
Another
number 2.
Seed.
Gets the Seed missile out as well.
Oh, he's
kills the
LRS.
transport next to the iHawk, but not the iHawk itself.
That's such an important kill. He kills the LRS. And the Seed, the Mirage 4 Seed is so hard to kill. It's 40% ECM and it's 1100 speed at max height. It's basically not going to get hit at all. Pushing that mutt into the smoke is interesting.
Yeah, M1 CV around there as well. Both of those units are threatened by the Chieftain, though.
Um,
The M1 is pretty stunned out as
another
well, so the Chieftain has
another
the quicker
Nighthawk
aim
coming
time.
out. The
Oh, the
Voltigears.
M1 gets the rear shot? It gets the rear shot on the Chieftain.
Oh,
That is
okay.
big.
This is just changed.
And the M1A1s and Coke pushing forward. Nighthawk is out, gets a bomb, but on the M60,
Okay,
not the M1A1. That's the wrong
no,
tank there.
it misses altogether.
It misses altogether. Goes for the CV M1 now with the second
Oh
one. No
no.
fighter out here. iHawk too far back. So Nighthawk
Okay,
will get the second
second
bomb
one
out.
does.
And that
It
is
misses again. Oh, he goes after the CV. Okay.
Yeah, it got the CV M1, so that's an important kill, but M1A1 and M60 still around. We have a CV MUT here in as well, so the zone
That
stays
Rapier FSH
contested.
is sitting there, waiting to get hit. Oh no, this is bad. Uh, Chich has an F-16 sitting on with Cap. He's got a Cobra, a Scout. There's the Mistral's getting hit. Oh, this is bad.
The Rapier FS8 trying to evacuate gets shot dead as well. M1 IPs can't deal with this M1A1 here. The Tow Humvee from the south misses against the M1A1. That's the one unit here that could turn this around. If the M60s are left alone,
It's
if the
out of
M1A1
ammo.
dies, then he could maybe push that out a bit again. But the mech rifles here pushing forward now as well. It's not gonna get easier. And yeah, the stressed out M1 IPs don't hit Jack anymore because the accuracy is down to the gutter. And they won't recover stress that quickly because there's zero weaponry.
Side shot. Oh, it misses. Oh no, that was the last shot for the Humvee Tow. And that could have been a side shot on the Abrams. Another
Light
M1
rifle
IP coming
leaders
out
going down
at the
here as
top,
well.
but he just... This is bad, because all those mech rifles are healthy at this point, and they could just push right across the middle. Two mech rifles, Dragon's just sitting, waiting in the wings to take the bottom middle zone as well. Or the other middle zone, I mean.
And yeah, Berlin light rifles pushed out, and that's the end of the tick. And now it's 27 minutes of survival still going on. It's gonna be stressful.
Very. Especially since he's at risk of getting completely run over. Delta's at risk now. He's so very thin on the front right now. That M1 Abrams is gonna die, I think, unless he gets the smoke up. Is he listening? Is he listening?
M1A1
Nope,
not
he's not
smoking,
listening.
F16
M1A1
not coming
dead.
around.
The
And it
F-16
misses.
should die, or the
What the
Nighthawk should die here.
What the fuck is this Nighthawk? Why does it miss again? Like, sorry my
It missed?
English, but
Okay.
it missed the M1A1 again.
Okay, and it dies. Wow. That's bad. Sorry to... Sorry.
How did that happen?
The Humvee Tow dies. No Link's Hell Arms either. Which he needs desperately here.
Yeah, Berlin light rifles here pushing forward with low 80s
Yeah,
through the forest, but she's not gonna fall for units like that right now. Humvee toes down, and yeah, the AT is just going down, and that shows you kind of why, like, even after a terrible start like this, those standard heavy roll decks like 8 on this map are just hard to beat.
It's just it's such a slim standard or margin for error with these infantry decks. Because if you lose, and you have a triad of things you need to keep up. You need anti-infantry, anti-helicopter, and anti-tank. And if you lose any of those three, you just get run over.
Scout flying around here, Berlin light rifles under fire as well.
With the minigun and the Cobra to back it up. This is looking ugly. There's nothing to stop these Cobras now. He did finally get up. Well, he's got the Tarrasque coming around actually, but the Tarrasque is going to run right into the Abrams line of sight. Oh, well, it's going to be busy fighting that. Oh no, it dies. Wow. Yeah, that's probably... Look at all these Cobras now. It's an absolute wall of Cobras coming up.
Good rockets hits here, smoke play coming around. The M1 IP gets hit by its
There's
bigger
only-
brethren.
There's only one Stinger on the left side as well. He's got so little AA now.
If I would have been Koch here right now, I would have gotten for super risky Charlie into Bravo play. just trying to get
Yeah,
those,
just something.
like
It's
trying to get those points, because with those 2 points captured, you could get a quick take up for a while again, maybe. But yeah, you're not
I
gonna
mean,
survive 24 minutes here.
just
Like,
a note to chat, like even if these Nighthawks did hit both of these Abrams, it just wouldn't have been enough. This has been rough the whole time. And I'm sure that was a miss. I'm pretty sure that was a miss micro, but we'll never really know.
yeah, it might have been a click away too early.
I do that occasionally myself. Oh, this M60 getting into Law 80 range, which is brave.
Yeah, those LGBs with 2 drops are
Unpunished,
sometimes
unpunished. 55% accuracy, missed 3 times.
M1IP falling back, M109 coming in.
Not being aggressive enough with these helicopters, I don't think. Maybe he's just afraid of a stinger.
I mean, he doesn't need to risk anything here right now. M109 coming in hot onto target as well, killing off the PCB. Berlin rifles pushed back hard there as well, going down to a single salvo of the M110. Those guns are so gnarly by now.
So good. Yeah, 8th Infantry. You can't give it an inch, because it'll take a mile. Bit of stability here. I don't know if Chich is really using all the momentum he earned from the F-117 miss micros.
Yeah, Milan 2 next target now in the north. There's no similar artillery that you could counter with on both comp sites. They get a couple of decent howitzers, but
The 155s just aren't the same.
yeah. And one AP's getting repaired in the rear here. iHawk setting up for the forward now, so it's going to be a problem. F-16 should just patrol permanently now, and then you just push eventually if you have enough, and just roll over Echo. The tow Humvees are a good idea, like those are your best hope here right now at this stage, together with some Milan 2, but...
That's actually an underratedly hard thing to... It looks like it's very weak, but that's... If you micro the infantry pretty well there, it's actually pretty hard to take. The F-16, with the lack of missiles, probably not actually going to... Oh, no, the IHawk comes from downtown with the 40% ECM. Is it?
The other IHawk got run over by it, but...
I see.
The other IHawk that was stressed out...
The IHawk avenged the other IHawk.
Yeah, it was a stressed out
IHawk hitting at max range for the ECM.
Yeah, for the ECM.
And it's dead.
Yeah, just getting bombed
bombs
there.
Feel like they just drop faster than other bombs.
Or it just doesn't drop.
It doesn't even die. This is why the Mirage 4 sucks so bad. Case in point.
F-16 trying to get the kill. It moves out just as the Nighthawk comes in. That one is falling back again though. But yeah, we see Sheesh moving in here in the north now. Engineers slowly moving in against the Stingers and the Berlin light rifles.
This is going to be... You cannot lose those M1 IPs. This fight is bad. Yeah, that's... You just can't duel Abrams like that, or M1A1s, I mean.
You know, the only thing that can stop M1A1s is Nighthawks and the TOW2s.
Exactly.
Your IPs are
maybe Milan 2s, but those are short range.
Yeah, the IPs are just there to tank shots.
No, he needs to be hiding his M1A1 needs to hide. This could be bad. Does he not see it?
Nighthawk got one kill. Comes around for the second one now.
He sees it. He sees it enough. He sees it enough.
Did he micro it away too early again? No. This time
nope, he got it. Yeah, the laser guided bombs don't actually go for last known position, which is really weird. They actually track the unit after they've been launched. It's so weird.
Yeah, Berlin rifles moving around here, getting hit by the M60s.
Oh, the Law 80s. There we go. Finally hits something. Half health, so if he gets a second hit on it, it dies.
It's super stressed out though.
And it
doesn't get the hit there. Humvee TOW's getting pushed over the open field. That's suicidal. is an
Especially
attempt
with
to get the take
everything
up
being
here.
seen by that LRS. That LRS just sees everything.
Yeah, it's an attempt to get one more final push up here and one more final point, and then the M60 dies to it. But there's an Ito and a Bradley there around, so that M1IP doesn't have an easy road over here
Yeah,
still.
so those two M1A1 kills are way more important than the other one. The other two. This is actually him getting back into a tick.
Yeah, if he can get the self back, but Hamito going down, it's still looking iffy here. The Bradley is not
If the
spotted.
Bradley
There's
gets
no recon
spotted
for
and
it.
killed by the M1IP, it's actually really bad for Chich here. Well, Cobra's coming back up though. Yeah, actually, Cobras are back. Never mind.
And the Ito and the Bradley doing a pretty good job as well. And the CV doesn't get in here. There's no other CV there from the south. And another M1IP coming up. M1A1s. Only one from the rear coming in around. No air. M110s. He bought a second M110. That was maybe a bit too early of an investment here. Maybe should have gotten to one more M1A1 or something similar.
Yeah, he would have wanted another M1A1 right now. Because this turn, I don't know, the momentum's kind of staled now. Or still, like, there's not much going anywhere right now.
Ooh,
Although,
he snipes the M1IP though. M110s getting the CV on the front line.
As I said last game, or the last couple games, those M110s, if you give them the chance, they just, oh my god, they just destroy tanks.
Yeah, especially when they're this close, so that they're just
Yeah,
hitting directly on target.
You can't dodge. They instantly stun. There's also a trick you can do if you put them on return fire. They shoot at the same time, so it's even less possible to dodge it.
Yeah.
So Chich actually getting a brief tick for now.
And kills off the TRM 2000s with Cobras. That's an interesting fight, but with F16s and Cobras hunting down TRM 2000s because it's just such a number advantage.
Much to handle.
That's pretty strong. At the next M1IP gets hit.
It by M60s.
M110s killing the next big tank here. Or
nope, on the reload.
On the reload.
Sometimes you don't want to stop them from shooting sometimes because it's only three rounds, so you have this intuition that if you're going to kill something in one round, you might want to stop it, but at some point you're just going to waste an attack of opportunity because now Koch knows that M1AP was targeted and now it's not dead because of that. Even if it would have taken another extra 30 seconds for it to die, it's better that it die than get reduced to 2 HP like it's at 3 HP. Two more tanks coming up. That Bradley's in a really good spot.
And M1IP trying to push the mech rifle leader out there again in the north, but there's too many AT launchers.
It sounds stupid, but I don't hate that push if he actually got closer, because you'll notice the mech rifle's leader actually out of ammo. Both of them are out of ammo now.
Yeah, he just can't shoot us down now.
Kind of have free reign on that now, but low cohesion, fire rates in the pits, so it's.
Oh, he doesn't finish the job though. The mech rifle leader will survive here, and that means that he won't get a tick even with the VAB PC coming up. And he needs to take like 16 minutes surviving against the 8 still sounds pretty harsh here. Nighthawk with a couple of potential important hits again.
Nighthawk going over. I don't hate that Bradley kill, but there's especially with the M1A1 coming up. Let's see if Chich not hunting for it. He might actually be able to get that M1A1.
Falling back home right now as Saxon's F16 is coming close.
There's unfortunately for Bearcom, you can actually listen for those, which pretty much everybody does. Being a little too aggressive with the seed. Generally, you want to spot with them first before you do that kind of all-in-one. Ooh. Oh, the Stinger's getting targeted by the Cobras. Or the Mistrals. Oh, they're gone.
And M1IP.
That is a complete mismicro. Unfortunate.
M1IP in the south going down as well. The leader tank there, and that leads to no tanks around anymore as leaders.
Might no, he didn't overextend. All right. He could have lost both those Cobras to that single Tarrasque.
Yeah, VAB leader, the last CV on the battlefield. He smokes for it, will try to get it in there, I guess. But there's no protection whatsoever there around anymore. He's really running on feet.
Koch is about to lose every sort of way to prevent an M1A1 from running over you.
And it's not comfortable getting run over by M1A1s. They're a bit too
No.
heavy for that.
They're a bit heavy, yeah. 70 tons?
I think the old ones were only 65, but that's still a bit much. And yeah, Milan 2 coming in here for another hit.
Yeah.
Ah, good smoke there.
The base M1 base M1 Abrams has the absolutely wicked fast 72 kilometers an hour, and all that extra armor reduces the Abrams to an absolutely lethargic 68.
Yeah. We see smoke coming in from the VABs. We see Chieftains and Humvees rolling up from the rear. And the +2 for Cheesh taking up nicely here. That +2 will still be enough with 40 minutes to go. So he wouldn't even need to push further, but I'm pretty sure he will do so soon.
Actually just needs to hold.
As the
M1
M1
Abrams coming up on the left. He's going to have to make hero work. Oh, that M1 IP is targeted by the... Oh, it's absolute disaster. Oh, it survives by an inch.
The M110's
Mostly
coming out there again, but the F-16's strafing down the sniper and the Milan 2.
Right.
That's the moment where you know Burcom is cooked, when the enemy fighters just don't care about doing anything else and then just go forward killing off the infantry.
You bought him, you might as well use him,
Yeah. And at the same time, there's no protection in the north either. If Cheesh just pushes on now, this is over.
That M1A1 just got absolutely nailed by the TOW2. Oh, the SCK going down. Absolute tragedy. TOW2? Oh, smokes, okay. That was close.
Nighthawk coming around again,
out.
And misses again.
And he misses. Oh, these are missed micros, they have to be.
Yeah.
The Nighthawk just not miss like that.
Chieftain versus Mech Rifle Dragons getting here into the fight. I love the Chieftain Mark 10's camo.
No, TOW2 going down in one shot by the M110.
But looking cool won't save it against an M1A1 here.
No. Well, will not.
But the Chieftain's downfight camo here, kind of reminiscent of World War I British ship camos, breaking any straight lines. Or just like being a lot of blocks and just maybe not being able to hit by a German U-boat as easily.
Maybe trying to blend into the asphalt of the road.
Yeah, not trying to avoid German U-boats hitting you. But we have Engineers Dragons here pushing forward. M1A1's sitting around there as well. But yeah, there's just so little left here fighting force-wise for Koch. That, sheesh.
Well, Taras coming in.
Gets one Cobra here. Second Cobra should get out.
He's not going to be able to neutralize that right side, I don't think. But he might be able to get some smoke stuff into the left side, which would be useful.
He has an OCV around though, and
That's
at the same time, Cheech is setting up for a push towards Foxtrot, with a lot of engineers and rangers going there.
Folks, yeah,
there's
from this perspective, it looks pretty worn over.
Yeah, M1A1's pushing forward. Humvee TOW goes down. That's the last TOW2 on the battlefield. No Milans here either, so it's down to Chieftains and M1IPs. Those are not great at doing the job. Nighthawk is pretty good at doing the job. Might be able to do it once more here.
It's been doing so much work, even if he's been missing some of the... Like, that M1A1's dead. Probably. Hopefully?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
The F-16's coming out again.
It needs to...
Nighthawk evacuating, putting in warp speed.
That's good. The PSSCB's dead, though. Oh, no. You only shot twice at it. Like I said, incomplete salvos are not the way to do it. Not with that. I mean, if you have M109s, it's maybe a little different, but you really need all three shots for the most part.
Yeah.
Out of the M110 for it to be efficient.
M110's coming around once more onto the M1IPs.
Oh, on those M1IPs!
Eating it as well. Oh, getting stunned down there now. Yeah.
Oh no.
M1IP going down. Chieftain.
Oh no, the incomplete salvos again.
Chieftain really low, but the VAB being targeted now. We see
Yeah,
more mech
it
rivals
goes
coming
down.
up. 10 minutes still to go here, so she's not running out of time yet. It has the +2 tick already, and big smoke play in the north with a CV lead and a lot of mech rifles and engineers there. And that should
Notably,
put...
+2 actually gives you 800 points. But he's got this push going down in the bottom. It should be fine.
Yeah, even 800 points would be enough for at least a draw.
Yeah, it would be a draw. All right, dump your units so you don't get PSSCB'd. Dump them!
Ooh,
Dump them! No! Get out!
things should unload here. But yeah, there we go. There we go with the capture. +4, +6 coming in. And that
Yeah.
is increasing the point take up here by a lot.
And he doesn't even have anything on the way. The F-16s are literally just orbiting in the back.
There comes the Nighthawk, and it gets
And the Nighthawk's immediately dead.
massacred. No more Nighthawks around. VAB goes down as well, and that's the time to tap out here.
Yeah.
That Nighthawk was the last thing to have potential chances for massive setups, but those setup chat times are over. +4, going into a +8 here. +6 already, going into a +8 here. That will just take down the rest of the game here real quickly. 3.5 minutes to go. And we're already closing in on the point lead here so quickly now. Yeah, strong opener from Koch, overextending a slight bit, and then she's just rolling straight over him. Really interesting game for sure. I'm not quite sure where it went wrong. Like, maybe a couple more ATGMs were necessary. Though, yeah, it just didn't work out.
He overinvested in air, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
He needed more on toes. He did more anti-Abrams stuff that wasn't reliant on air. Because 8th has really good AA. The IHawks are nasty sometimes. He's got F-16 AAs, which, well, not having very missiles are plenty enough to kill IHawks for the most part. So yeah, he just kind of sat on his haunches a little bit and let some heavy tanks come out, and with some critical misses from the Nighthawks, it just made it really hard to be able to do anything.
Yeah, really strong play here by Cheesh in the end with the comeback, and yeah, clean KD here as well as per usual. As Burkham, you just can't do anything then, and then 8th just M1A1's over you. And that's exactly what happened here, especially on death row. So, well played by Cheesh. Kept calm and collected after that somewhat rough early game. Like, really good game plan there for Koch. And I think Koch has a good shot if that goes slightly smoother in game 2 to get it through. But for sure, another really hot, interesting game. And it's nice to see that all those games that we have seen so far this league, most of them have been quite competitive. And this one is another one of those.
Not really any stumps yet. So hopefully that continues.
Yeah. And we're gonna go into a short break, guys. That time you can use to follow Vo's channel on Twitch. And then we're gonna be back with some more WARNO action here with game number 2.
Pick me!
So here we go. Game number 2. Cheesh up 1-0. And we have first UK in the game and Cheesh in the game as well. But he's not the one playing it. Now that is pretty interesting in League, because it's not usually picked that often. But Cheesh bringing you around 5th Panzer this time. What's it is Scotch with the first UK. So what do you think about this matchup?
Maybe people know, people don't know. I got the #1 ranked spamming 5th Panzer, so I know this matchup pretty well. It's pretty rough for 1st Armored, to be honest. The only chance for, I think, 1st Armored to have here is really abuse that forward deploy advantage that he's going to get. Because he does get solid matchups in tanks, but they're just so slow. So if you're able to really use that huge speed advantage that the Leopards get, it's just really hard to play against. Notably, 1st Armored did get the good side for this. It's much harder to push into Papa, the back zone for Koch. It's much harder to push into that than it is to push into India. So that's at least one thing going for him. He's going to be able to prevent some sort of mass rout where leopards are in your back zone in minute 5 or something, which does happen a lot. So we'll see. Like one thing to notice is that Chloride did say, and I do agree with him, that the Paramilan 2 best unit in the game. Let's see if Koch is able to use it, because that's going to be pretty much the deciding factor, is getting these Paramilans into annoying spots and getting some really good side shots onto Leopard 2s is going to be really important in this game.
Yeah. Spartan ZBs behind you in the rear. Law 80 scouts coming up as well. But yeah, it seems to be going about the center and the south. And we have a couple of warrior pleeks around as well. That might be the other secret weapon I feel like that you could wield to some success. Because yeah, tank fight's not going to go your favor. Infantry fights are pretty wacky as well. And the enemy has a speed advantage.
The Milan 2 pleeks are very strong. But I don't know, just from my experience, it's been pretty rough for First Armored. We'll see if Koch is able to leverage those advantages, because they are not insignificant at all, especially on a wide map like this. So it should be interesting for sure.
Yeah,
got 2 rolling 2s, interestingly, coming out from Cheech, which is definitely interesting.
I get why he does that, because if he would keep playing the first on the other side, he would have Harriers coming in quite early to strike some positions. Yes, first UK's airplay got nerfed a bit, both in Harrier availability per card and in slots, but it is still significant. So
why does First Armored have seed?
I believe it has tornado seeds, yeah, which are some of the best CC plays out there.
Yes, they are definitely good. I just don't remember if Second UK or First Armored doesn't have the seed.
First has the seed.
Okay, cool.
Because it's the tornado deck as well.
This play makes sense then. I was just confused because I thought for a second the First Armor didn't have seed, but no, this makes sense. Yeah. No, definitely having some air cover at the start is nice, because if you let the First Armored air power get rolling, you're gonna really regret it.
Yeah, meanwhile, the North is the classic gameplay at the moment. We have a couple of meta games around it currently, where it's about how much do you want to invest into it to get it, but not lose the South. It's a really thin margin of error that you can have there if you want to go for that point lead.
Yeah. If you don't invest enough into defending the North, you just you suffer. So it's taking those. It's either you take those 2 points by too much and you lose your back point, or you get absolutely swarmed all over the rest of the map, and it's not. It's not.
F4 rockets coming in here.
I love them. I love them so much. F4 rockets are so strong. You see that the SS Patrol instantly dies, and one thing you'll notice is that their turnaround time is so short, because the supply cost on Zunis is 32 each.
Yeah.
So that's 60. It's not very much time at all. It's like their turnaround time's insane. They have 30% ECM, 10 health. They're very fast. They're just, you get so much use out of them, especially against these Milan teams.
Yeah, and in the meantime, we have Challenger Mark IIs, Chieftains, and Warriors in the south now against the Fuxes and Milans on the other side. And the Leo 2A4. And the Leo 2A4 is the big issue here. Like, this needs Milan to kill.
Milan 2 is going to be scary. This I wouldn't take this tank invade. You usually want to actually go up further, closer where that Spartan is, to do these engagements.
Yeah, and Warrior Pleak coming in hot here, because Milan 2s don't one-shot it. It has exactly 1 frontal armor too much for that. So the Milan 1s of the Fuchs Milan, they deal damage to it, but they don't kill it one-shot. And that is pretty important. Like, usually against a normal warrior or against other 3 frontal armor IFV, like the BMP 1s or the
there comes the FRF rocket. And Javelins, notably, can't one-shot FRFs by 2 of them. And he's actually going to lose both the Javelins. Oh, he got lucky.
It hit just between the 2 buildings.
Oh my god.
That's a building that you can't rocket run from this angle, I guess.
Unfortunately, point-firing rockets just doesn't work right now at all.
You have to do it exactly on the right building there.
You have to have seen them, is the problem. And it's just, that doesn't work. The Fernspear may be a little
Oh,
aggressive.
Leo 2A4 there, risking it a bit much. If the challenger would get involved, Leo 2A4 could have
This
gotten
should be
killed there.
fine.
Both sides working with low hit point units here right now. This is scary for both sides.
Yes.
Challenger Mark II eating another shot. Leo's pushing forward. Warrior Obliques trying to come around from the flank, but they are really low now as well. Like, this
Yeah.
is risky action. The Stolly is on the way to secure the situation, to give health back. We have a Challenger Mark III, which with 20 pen can do some decent damage against the Leos as well. But
Notably, still very slow. They don't do well in these kind of poke and prod engagements because oftentimes, when you get unlucky in the first shot, a leopard will get back out of sight before you can get a second shot off. Whereas sometimes that just doesn't happen.
Jaguar though
Gets
the double kill.
Oh,
This is massive.
ooh, that's bad.
This could.
This Paramelon 2 is so vital now, or the Polar Milan.
Yeah, one Leo 2A3 coming in from the rear as well. But the double kill here with the Jaguar really strong. The Roland did his job. It got the kill there, but the double kill here is so massive.
We have another 2A4 coming up, so it's not over yet, but he's got to preserve that Jaeger if he wants to do anything. This is bad.
Dolly is around.
Oh, and the Milan 2 doesn't go down.
Javelin doesn't get a hit. More Javelins on the way. More Paramilan 2s as well in general there. Second one coming in as well. But okay,
Javelins only have 2,300 range on aircraft.
This Dolly needs to repair all the stuff still for Koch. So Koch can't push over with his armored push just yet. But this has swung the balance of
notably
power.
Does have the South. He does have Charlie and Delta, so that's important to note.
Yeah, Leo 1A1s and Jaegers coming up there. Koch will drive a Sultan into Charlie, but I don't think he will get Delta. He puts 2 rifles in there, but the Sultan is on the way there as well, but the Jaegers should be able to hold that off outside of the town, unless a bomber bombs them out.
I do favor First Armored in a fight in Delta, just because the war appliques are so insane. So, if Chich ends up losing Alpha, this could be really bad for him. Because a deciding fight over Delta would be not favorable to 5th Panzer at all.
Yeah, Jaeger Aufklärer will shred the scouts in the north.
No, he's got the Jaeger Aufklärer cleans up that all of that, especially with the looks behind it.
And yeah, 2 Leo 1A1s they're coming up as well, and that will put some pressure on to Koch. That means Koch has to push eventually in the south. Brings on a
notably, Chich does not have to have as many units up north for it to stabilize. Like Alpha and Bravo are a lot harder to push after the first 5 minutes.
Yes.
These Leopard 1s are going to do work here. Notably, they're not nearly as fast as Leopard 2s, but they're still quicker than Challengers and Chieftains.
Yeah, and Chief was just like that 1 minute tick earlier here into investing into the north, and that's just the best massive thing here on Vertigo. Like the moment where you decide to invest north can be such a deciding factor, and yeah, it's a whole grab here now for Chief and Koch throwing away units potentially there.
Down? Yeah, rifles going down. All right, and then we have the looks, and he's behind again. The rockets coming in clutch again, absolutely cleaning up that Terrapir Milan. Or Terrapir Carls G, I mean.
And Koch is now fully set up on contesting the north, and I think that's the mistake. Like, he should be focusing on winning the south now.
He has to. He has to. Like I said earlier, you have to take Alpha now, and then eventually you're gonna still have to push Delta, or Charlie, depending on how the game shakes out. Yeah, I mean, India would be quite a bit more difficult, especially with forest leopards microed well.
But yeah, it's Warrior Pleaks instead going north right now, and that's a mistake. Like, all the investment goes north right now, whilst he has none of the positions, and
he needs to just put all the stuff in one spot. Going wide against Uh, something going wide against a division that has as much stuff as Fifth Panzer does is a very, very common and bad mistake. You're never gonna end up where Fifth Panzer runs out of stuff before you do, unless you're trading them 2-1.
Yeah, rifles and getting caught up in the north as well by the Leo 1A1s. The Sultan pushed back the infantry completely out, and now you're sitting out in an open field against Leos and Jaguars and a lot of recon units that see everything, every move you do. This is
Right.
not going to be hard for Koch in the north, but it is full investment there. Like everything, single reinforcement currently goes north. One single Para Milan, but that's a defensive unit for the south. But he feels like he needs to attack in the north, and that's a big mistake here. Capture of Chisha from the north.
Finally neutralizing Charlie here. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting because they do have artillery parity, so there's nothing gonna be helping anybody there, or at least available artillery parity. They both get M109s.
M109 here, trying to go for the Mother Milan. Have a good couple of repliques and challengers still sitting here. Well, it's the Chieftain coming up as well. Okay, like it's a force that can do stuff, but it's an uphill battle here north now.
Yeah, like, he still has the mid citadel, and that's incredibly important. Oh, is he going for the rocket on? Oh no, okay, he's going for the SAS patrol. For a second, I thought he was going for the M109. Yeah, and you've got this really efficient airplane play that you can do with Fifth Panzer. Where you've got the FRF rockets and the FRF ATs, and they're just so cheap, and you get so many of them. And they have 30% ECM, so they're really hard to shoot down. It's just so good. They're really good for maintaining tempo, and against a division that has such weak anti-aircraft like First Armored, they just get so much work done.
Yeah, the one redeeming factor, but it's getting. It doesn't get. Oh no, okay.
The second one gets it.
Yeah, I was saying like.
Oh, the tornado finally coming out. Okay, that's important. Finally. Also, no rolling threes anywhere.
No big A in the north whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the tornado doesn't get the kill on the second one, but gets the first one.
Maybe the tornado notices that, and some Jaguars start coming out.
Yeah, Jaguar already rolling in the rear. So that thing can smash things.
Okay, side shot and instead, yeah.
What is we have a Mars on the battlefield. That is an interesting choice.
I don't mind that at all. I like depends on what he uses it for.
Well, he's aiming on 2 challengers right now. If those land on target and the challengers don't react quickly enough,
that's probably GG if he gets that kill. Oh no.
Shelly's not moving.
2, and they're not moving. He's using all 12 shots.
It's landing off target a bit.
Oh no. Yeah, that's
at least one down. At least the CV does survive, but yeah, one Shelly down already.
And these Leopard ones are retreating so efficiently from the tree line because they're not being spotted.
Yeah, we're getting.
Oh no. You basically paid off that extremely expensive unit in one go with the Mars. Although I think he's bringing it too close. Oh no, there he goes. He's putting it off the. Oh, that's just so. It's so painful. And now going up north is going to be so hard because he's got the tree line that extends out a little bit too. Where the Jaguar is, it's just. It would be so difficult to push that because he's got to put recon units where they're very obvious, like those buildings along the road where he's putting this SAS patrol right now. I mean, it has GSR, but you're just gonna get rocketed.
Yeah, more Challenger Mark 3s rolling in here from the rear. M109s getting at it in the south, trying to get some kills against the Leo 2A3s and 2A4s. Mater.
And at this point, getting enough. Yeah, look at those javelins just miss. It's just tragic. And getting enough force together without getting hit with the Mars is just going to be really difficult at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the mass makes every forest that you put a couple of vehicles in a death trap, and
Yes.
that's a big issue. Chieftain gets
And
just smashed by Leos here.
you don't even have better tanks.
You know,
Like, after all of that, you have to be so absolutely perfect with your placement with these challengers, or they're just gonna get caught out because they're so slow.
the warriors firing against the Jäger Panzerfaust, but yeah,
You
no
should hide behind
challengers
the
right now to
building,
tank
but
for them in front to use their Milan 2s afterwards.
he's got the CV one, but it's a Mark II.
Yeah,
It trades incredibly poorly against a 2A4.
and we have a couple of
1818
Mark coming
versus
up now. We have the units from the north now pivoting south, so the
Right.
push is coming now. And it has to do damage, but look at the reinforcement that Chief by now has brought into the south. There is a Leo 2A4 next to 2 Jaguars in the fallback tree line.
And he's bringing 155 mils. It's this is gonna be painful.
In the meantime,
And he's got the tick.
See a Sultan trying to be a bit sneaky up north. And
Oh, I did see
potentially
that.
hiding
And
away,
it's
but it
getting
looks
caught up.
has its
It got
number
caught up by the
already.
looks. Yeah. Then the Jaguars in that tree line down south. There's just no way he gets into this. It would require some sort of incredible miracle here.
So,
Although I will
running away.
say, Rich does not have enough A8. Oh, look at it. It's hiding at the edge of the map, and he's not microing the looks, so he might actually live.
Oh no, it's moving
No.
the wrong way. No,
No.
Sultan.
Bop, 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 bop.
And there it goes. Blowing up.
Tragedy.
And 109's not hitting anything too
Sergeant
well.
Highway was hit.
And we have a lot more rifles coming up on the other side. Mars bullets fire right on that forest. It could fire away until
deadly. Oh, this is so good. He wants to see more. I think he wants to see more.
Yeah. The second a tank shows up.
Which is greedy. I would take this shot every day of the week. Maybe you only use 6 rockets.
And 109s need to be on point here now this time around. Giving him...
Oh, and the Paramore one gets spotted.
Oh,
and he splits the shot and gets both! Oh.
both Milan 2s down. The F4F.
And the F4F rocket doesn't even die for it. Although he does lose all 3 martyr infantries. But he's lost so much stuff here. He doesn't have any infantry to defend the citadel left. He's got 2 javelins, which have been tragic. Oh, he's firing.
Oh yeah, they're
and they're going. And oh, he's got them in this. He's got them in this really devil's bargain where they either have to go forward or backwards.
Oh, good movement there by Koch, moving forward.
Much,
but it's not quite enough, and they go
down. No. That's very worth it, because those are pretty much the best units that... those warrior appliques have to do so much work. They're 60 points by themselves, and if you compare that to the Martyr 1A2s, they're only 45.
Yeah, Leo 2A3 getting shredded. The artillery now, the 155mm killing the second Milan there in the Citadel, so no more Milan 2s in the Citadel.
Somebody in chat mentioned that an infantry push might be good, but I don't know. I feel like the FRF rockets are just going to do too much to them. Yeah. Especially with the autocannon still being up. Challenger Mark III out in the open. Are we going to see an FRF AT? Because I'm not seeing a lot of AA. This would be really efficient. Oh, there goes the, oh, here we go. Jaguar, maybe a side shot. You got to push through that smoke. You can't do that. And then those rifles that are coming around the side.
And 109 kills the.
If you look below your screen a little bit, the rockets on the rifles are coming down.
Yeah,
one of them's already dead.
Finds it though. We see the rocket F4F.
Yeah, and the FRF rockets, just as I said. Oh, and the MW1 comes out. Okay, so he's gonna get one armored rifle in there.
Oh, shreds his own unit there, but Yeah.
Worth it.
Getting the
All right,
infantry
so
out.
he's got a Jaeger Alpha pair and a French pair in there, and he's actually gonna get a tick going, or he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get a tick. He's gonna cancel the tick.
Yeah, good smoke play here, but the Jaguars are still a problem.
Yes,
Challenger Mark
that
3
Mark III
in
might actually be
trouble.
dead.
Ooh, it goes
Oh,
down so
he
low and
was
it gets killed
dead.
immediately.
Oh, that I was about to say one bad crit from those two Totus, which is
Oh,
very likely would kill that outright.
Leo 2 goes down as well, though. The striker, actually, out of all things, coming out with an accurate kill over the long range.
Swing fire hitting things. Not using the Paramilans? French Bear coming up might actually get shot out of his transport if he's not careful.
Striker
Yeah, he's
number
gonna kill
2
it.
coming around.
Wow, that's bad.
Smoking off.
He's really leaning on that Jaeger Outclair being alive.
Oh, the Challenger Mark 2 goes down to the Leo 2A4.
The HE2 is gonna kill the weak one.
The Rolands should
And
be
then
able, the Rolands kill
immediately
the
kills
Jaguar.
it.
Jaguar out in the Jaguar 2 AA piece of Chief. One of them goes down, second one still around. We still have a lot of Chieftains and Challengers here.
That Jaeger's still alive.
Yeah, we have a lot of Leo 1s coming around on the other side as well, though. Warrior
the
Fleet goes down, Striker goes down.
Oh no, and then the Jaguar has the side shot on the Mark III. Oh no, it's gonna die. Is it? Is it? Low cohesion. Alright, so he does have a tentative hold on this, but he's actually got the same problem that 5th Panzer had shortly before, is that he doesn't really have any infantry left. Side shot? No, okay.
Jaguar goes down before that can happen. Chieftain Mark 9 trying to
another
inch forward into
Milan.
this next one. It focuses on the
And
Leo though.
routed.
And that's
He tries to kill the Rolands, but no, he's actually going for the Artie. Okay.
We have more Leo 1A5s here rolling in the rear. It's just about saturation and getting flanks here now for Chief. But the Challengers kill the next Jaguar. Chieftains and Challengers rolling over. It's only one Leo 2A4 here. This push has been really bloody. But it has been working somewhat.
Terrible for him. He's smoking forward. He's only got a 2A3. He's got 2 Leopard 1A5s, which are valuable here because they're on the flank, but this isn't looking great.
Yeah, losing the Jaguars was pretty bad.
Really painful here. I mean, he's got two more Leopard 1A5s. He's got some Milans on the way. So there's a very short space of time. Oh, side shot. Oh, and it misses. Oh, the Leopard 1's coming in from the flank. Oh, this could be huge.
Oh,
They're all missing.
the Chellies get the
And
kill on the Leo 2A4.
goes down.
And the Leo 6.
Oh, the rocket's gonna kill the infantry.
Oh, it's going for the tank though.
Oh, and we have infantry coming in, but the MW1 should be up shortly. Oh, this is so close.
Oh, Martyr with a side shot here potentially with the Milan. No, it loses a lot of sight there. Another Milan 2 though, frontally hitting the Challengers Mark 3. The Challenger's overextending here, but the rifles are hot. If the rifles get in here with the low 80s, they just shred any tank there. Like the Challengers and Chieftains should roll back now.
The tank's actually covering for the Milan 2. The Mark II going down.
Challenger in the open.
That MW1 basically has to come
Mark
out
3
now.
going down. The Sultan moving forward for the capture of the rear zone. Martyr Milan goes down. Challenger Mark 2 can eat frontal shots now.
So he's got 4 Jaeger Panzerfaust coming up. And he's got another Leopard coming up. But this is going to actually neutralize the tick, and I think it actually might.
Yeah, it stops a good tick here.
If he's going to be able to hold Alpha here, he might actually be able to do quite a bit here.
The rifles with the low 80 is going to be super annoying to push out, but the Challenger Mark II on the open field, don't let it die. Oh, it dies to the artillery anyway.
He held it there so long it actually got artillery.
Chieftain coming around from the side, trying to kill the Leo.
Track broken,
gets the hit.
Crit. Oh no.
Oh, track's broken though against the Milan 2.
In the
That's
side
not
of
what
the
you want to end up
Milan
with. Milan loses line of sight.
And the Milan's out of ammo anyways.
Oh, but a Leo 2A3 comes around.
You could not have gotten that crit in a worse spot at a worse time. Those rifles are trying to be aggressive, but they're just gonna get swarmed by those Jaegers if he gets them out of the.
Oh, the first one will die in transport. He needs to react here now.
Oh,
First
and
one down.
those warrior appliques are actually getting targeted in the backline too by Milan's. Oh, thankfully a miss. Well, thankfully for him. The Jaeger, one of them died. Those rifles, this is so tenuous.
Yeah, the Jaegers all pretty stunned out by the death of their vehicles around them. But they still have enough firepower here, especially if the Leo to push down the rifles.
There's 33 of them against against like half that, so it should be fine. Leopard 283 getting some shots on that Mark III.
Ooh, F4F getting hit hard by a tornado.
Finally.
Oh, but the Charlie goes down.
down.
Leo 283 winning another important tank battle here. Those tank-on-tank actions here are so important. And yeah, Leo 283 is just coming out a bit on top, as expected.
As expected. The Mark II actually trades evenly with the 283 here, because I think so. Actually, we'd have to look it up.
Yeah,
283 notably having more rate of fire. Oh, he's cohesioning down the Challenger, which isn't a bad idea, especially if it's the only thing holding you back. But it doesn't actually get that much off. Yeah, hitting tanks from the front with rockets does not work very well at all. I guess unless the 240s, but maybe even then.
Artillery coming in against the
I'm kind of worried for first armored right now.
The +4 is nice.
Yeah, but like
the artilleries.
As I said earlier, you're not going to outtrade 5th Panzer in stuff. It's kind of what 5th Panzer is good at, is not running out of anything.
Oh, the warrior applique going down though. You need to keep every of these warrior appliques now around too, because you won't be able to hold out in India forever.
185 up. And he's got more. He's got the Pioneer Armburst coming in. One of them dies. Is that within the? Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's so huge.
Those artillery hits.
Right shot. Oh no.
Metzwerkwaffe coming in as well. Oh, this is everything. Everything just dies. The warrior applique goes down to the Leo.
Gazelle. Oh.
Everything just died.
Oh, and he's just got nothing to hold it. And Alpha's gonna fall here too.
And also,
he's got another MW1 coming up.
Yeah, and India is just going to fall just that slight bit before he gets the point lead. Or it's draw territory at least. So he could maybe push for that
He's in draw territory, but he has to hold Alpha, and I just don't see it anymore. Oh, the Challenger 2 almost gets hit by Milan 2, a flanking Milan 2. He's got to watch his resupply road because they're going up the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a bailout on the 2A3.
Now Rifles getting stunned down before they can shoot any more shots there. Oh no, Koch, don't go in there. Koch actually has the lead. He is in draw territory. He should play for the hold.
No, just play for the hold. Play for the hold.
Oh no.
Oh.
Those units need to get out there immediately. He's going for the fighting spirit, but that's the wrong approach here, I think.
You don't have the stuff. You don't have the stuff to play this. That's why First Armored's not ranked very well. It's because it's just that Sultan is brave. That's all I can say. It certainly is brave and lucky.
Yeah, but the CV on the other side is still in there, so just gets a couple more points. The Metzwerkwaffe just doesn't want that armored rifle around.
Smiting that single armor rifle. And he's finally backing up. He didn't lose too much for that, but he's just... Now he's going to kill six 10-man squads.
Yeah, finishing off the Leo, the build-up Leo with the artillery, that's good play. Oh no, it's...
critical.
It doesn't kill it! And it's out of ammo. The M109 is out of ammo.
Oh no. Oh.
That was one of the most unfortunate M109 salvos I have seen in a while.
Clear, Chich isn't exactly doing himself any favors. He's not bringing up any supply. So that might still be there.
Tara Milan going down over here. Ooh, good artillery from the other side though. Challenger Mark II getting hit by the 155mm, and those are the good German ones that have 4 rounds per minute instead of the average 3.
Right.
And they get the kill there.
Although they don't have 6, their salvo length isn't 6, which a lot of other. Oh, another bailout crit! Oh no!
Sheesh, getting bullied here
Yes,
by the red RNG.
Oh, this luck.
Leo 283 in the north, the leader, playing it risky there. Also, Koch is...
Oh my god.
Koch is a whole 5
Oh,
points
this is
away
a
from
tragedy.
being in victory lane,
This
actually.
is a tragedy of the maximum
I mean,
scale.
he's not gonna get it. There's too many infantry there now. You can't bail out infantry, unfortunately.
This is 10 minutes of absolute anxiety here now coming up for Koch. Trying to hold the line.
I mean, the leopard printer isn't gonna stop though.
So
mean-
many units there getting hit by those 155mm salvos
And
at
the Mars
once right now.
the Mars is aiming too. Where's it aiming for?
Those jellies. Oh no, it's hitting
Oh,
directly
and it's
in the
aiming
center and
it's
hitting
aiming in the middle of
everything.
them. It's aiming in the middle of them.
It kills the rifle passing by as well. Oh no.
The Mars coming in too. It's gonna kill all of them. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, it's over. Oh, the luck has run out. Oh, that's so good already play. And that Leopard 283 still hasn't been recovered. The Man Cat's coming up, the 6x6.
Yes, give me thought.
Oh, that's painful.
The German
That's-
infantry assault here now coming on.
There's just so many of them. It's just
The autocannons desperately
smoking
firing
up,
away.
the Panzer mortar's smoking them off too. He's using the Leopard 1A1A1's coming up.
Let's give me thought.
Oh, the Scimitar's gone. The Affleck's about to go. The Jaeger's pushing all the way into the smoke. The Applique goes down.
Yeah,
He's got to drop
traded
that
out
Jaeger
there
now.
in the end, but the
Oh,
Chiefs
side
is not
shot.
gonna have a fun time against Panzerfaust.
Oh,
Immediate stun.
no. And it's dead. Oh, almost. It actually managed to turn. The other Jaeger's going to come in and clean it up. So now he's got 3 strikers, an Applique, a dead Mark 11, another half health Mark 11, another Applique. He's just got nothing left at this point.
Yeah, what he has to go for now is sniping CVs. Like, I kind of feel like
That's
that's...
CV sniping with air. Oh, the Man Cat almost goes down, which actually would have been a pretty bad kill there. Or a pretty good kill, I mean. 2A3 has been recovered, but he's not using them.
League sniping another Leo 1A1. They one-shot them thanks to the 24
Oh
pad.
my god, this is a whole company of German infantry walking into the forest.
Yeah. Koch
Yeah,
wishes he would have a Netzwerkwaffe right
even
now.
with the even with the absolute garbage that is the Armbrust and the Panzerfaust 44, it's just quantity has a quality all of its own. And then the rockets come out.
Yeah, he wishes he would have Netzwerkwaffe
funnily
right
enough,
now.
it actually tells Koch you can see the M109s. The Flixrest. Oh, what actually spots them?
Armored
Like the
rifles
infantry.
getting shredded there. Warrior Pleeks coming around. Tornado trying to hunt down the rockets again. Does a decent amount of damage. But does get the kill there.
There's no A on either side right now.
Yeah, there's one real line brawl on 2 here right now. So a bombing run, a Jaguar HE could really shred stuff, but it's not around here.
Guys,
There's no CV to capture again
there's-
against the...
There's doubles of everything. You can't just assassinate one and have it be over.
Yeah, double
The
Leo
tornado
3
F3 goes down to what?
to the double Roland in the north.
Oh,
Just flew into.
oh no.
And we have a Sultan CV coming in, but even until it's on the front line, the situation will have already pushed into Cheese's favor here with the +2.
Yeah, and there's actually a real risk it takes Papa here. Like it's
Yeah. And 109 getting sniped by the Leo 1A5.
side shot on
Striker
the
getting
striker?
shot down here as
Striker?
well.
No luck.
Striker goes down.
His luck's been expended on those 2 bailouts. No more luck allowed here. One of the M109s goes down.
Leo 1 at 5 hitting the warrior Milans. Those are now the basic ones. The Pleeks have run out.
Headshot. And then this Mark 11's getting pincered. The 185. Oh, it didn't die. That's really bad. Gun group doesn't have any
Leo 283s have its number.
anti-tank, and the 283s, it's going to clean everything up. Striker's being spotted. It's actually almost out of ammo.
That's a strong striker, firing 8 sync fires, but...
It's already shot 8 of them. And half of them were at a single Fuchs Milan crossing the field. So Chich doesn't have to push, but he might as well. There's nothing left on the other side, and I think he knows it.
And yeah, Koch really ran out of stuff here, but now in the end,
as I said, you just can't play like this against. You can't play like this against Fifth. You just have an infinite amount of stuff.
Yeah, it was a really intense fight here over Alpha and India, but
absolutely,
the stuff ran out in the end. Like another really intense game by these two. Like Koch just being caught a bit off guard in the north. The early strike of the Jaguar not exploited enough, maybe, and that just cost him the game here.
Right. Oh man, I really did not expect him to be able to get into India, but he just out-traded the Leopards.
Yeah, killed the Jaguars in the right moments, and
yeah, he just it seemed like a fortress that he pushed into, but he did it, even if he really just didn't. Even if he didn't manage to keep it.
Yeah, it cost him everything as well, but
right.
He killed everything on the way there, at least.
Yeah, I mean, the only real chance he had... Oh, 2 MW1's coming out. It's just the SAS patrol is about to be smote.
Metsugov just wondered.
It doesn't even bother. Yeah, Leopard 25. Oh, there's Sultan coming across the middle. Montu's out of ammo. Oh, Montu, the backline Montu? Is it going to get it?
Oh, the Sultan trying to be
sneaky.
Oh,
it got it. It got it.
And yeah, now Chish is out of the range for a draw as well. And there we go. Koch surrenders and gives the game to Chish, who deserved the victory here in the end. The KD coming back there full circle in the end as well. But really strong game number 2 from Koch as well. Super excited to see what we see from Koch in the upcoming weeks, as that was a strong landing. And Chish kind of putting himself once more into the spot of a favorite in Division 2. And that's going to be lovely.
Sure. It's going to be real fun. The Mars absolutely doing work that game. There's just an absolute masterclass of artillery there. Like, so there's some miss micros. I mean, there's some Division 2 miss micros, obviously, but man, that artillery came in so clutch in that last engagement.
Yeah. Leo 2A4s here getting decent kills, but also getting killed decently by the other side. Jaguar, he's coming in nice. Tornado cluster bomber, they're killing the Unimog. Showing up there, that's kind of funny. And then the Strikers and co. Strikers actually surprisingly deadly that game, but with the swing fires. But yeah, the artillery game and the just right moment of pivoting to the north, winning Chief the game here.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
man, that was a really good game.
That leaves us with 4 amazing games casted, guys. And yeah, that was really great. If you want to see more, consider leaving a follow here, and then leave a follow right over at woeisme's Twitch channel as well. And yeah, thanks for joining me, Bo. It was an absolute blast.
Really enjoyed it. Like casting, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, don't you worry, guys. Chloride will be here as well. Again, this is not an anti-chloride kind of move. It's just broadening the amount of casters that we got here for this lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's lovely to see WARNO community going around so nice. And...
Pick me! Pick me!
Exactly, guys.
Pick me for your fantasy. Pick me. You won't. You will. You might regret it. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyways,
see you around, guys. We're gonna rate somebody here now, and yeah, leave it at that. And yeah.
See you guys around. Thank you guys for watching.
Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, Vulcan HD Gaming playing squad out of all things. That is lovely. Let's join that in.
Nice.
Actually, might just join him on the server he's playing on as well. So yeah, see you on
Should be
squad,
fun.
guys. Bye bye, and have a nice day.
See ya.